In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
I want to be called the A-Man. Like you're the I-Man? I'm going to be the A-Man. How about I call you the A-H-Man? Don't get started again now.
Opie and Anthony.
In the middle of the night, I get an email from Eric that I read this morning when I got up that he's very, very depressed because his refrigerator door fell off. It made a break for him.
Opie and Anthony.
Stupid Australians whose national hero got killed by a docile flying fish.
This is the worst show This is the worst show I've ever been on.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
And it begins.
Hello.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning, Opie, and of course, Jimmy. Good morning.
I never just say good morning to the guys I do the radio show with.
No. We could give a crap. Save the good mornings for the office. Yes, on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Am I right? It is Wednesday, right? Jesus.
Well, it is Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Yes, Anthony.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that a little later this morning.
Of course.
But it's also Morning Zoo Bits. How do you say it, Jimmy?
Bits.
Morning Zoo Bits of the day Wednesday. Going to play a couple hacky morning zoo bits for you today. And we focus on a morning show in New York City.
Oh,
one of the bits we're going to be playing today is from Scott and Todd's morning show here in New York City.
Well, then it's got to be genius.
Oh, they're playing an OJ song parody that's just brilliant.
Stop.
So we'll be featuring that today.
I probably shouldn't really goof on OJ song parodies. I'd be knocking 10 if it wasn't.
And yours was terrific.
Of course it was. It was genius.
We might have to dust that off and play it.
He is sitting in jail. It's Vegas.
Also, it's Can't Say That Wednesday. And it's also Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday.
We changed that.
A little confusion out there if you weren't listening yesterday, because I know you keep track of this crap out there in Radio Land.
Freaking out.
Used to be a Tuesday bit, but Tuesday has about 10 to 12 themes now, so we had to take one and move it to Wednesday. And it's kind of cool that we moved it to Wednesday because we got a guy on the phone, Steve from Orange County. Steve.
Yo.
You want to wake up your spouse?
Yeah.
All right, give us some details here. Is it your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend? What do you got?
My wife.
All right, your wife. And how are you going to wake her up?
I got a blowtorch. Jimmy said it's wake up your wife with a blowtorch.
Wake her up with a blowtorch.
Wait, did you suggest that, Jimmy, yesterday?
I was saying that should be the name of the bit. Yes, wake up your. But I was just being a goose.
Well, what are you going to do with the blowtorch, sir?
All I got to do is walk in and light it up. You know, it's pretty loud when it lights up. It'll get things going. You know what I mean?
Get a nice pop.
All right, promise us that you're not going to like burn your wife. Or burn down your house.
We'll try to keep away from the curtains and the hair. You know?
All right. Here's Steve in Orange County. He wants to wake up his wife with a blowtorch.
Wake up, honey. Wake up.
Why are you doing that?
It's Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday with a blowtorch.
He did it.
Yes.
Wait.
It was.
Turn it off.
He really did. I heard this.
Hey, Steve, that's all right, man.
All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Take care.
Thank you. Just a quickie to kick off Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday.
With a blowtorch.
He did it with a blowtorch.
He took you seriously, Jimmy.
What an awful thing to wake up to.
She's like, what are you doing? Steve, what are you doing? I bet you that's what a lot of people say when their spouse ends up murdering them.
Yeah.
Because you don't expect it. All of a sudden you're like, what are you doing with that axe? That's the last thing you say. Hey, you know what? I think
doing that hammer, Carl.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a lot of surprise the last thing you say before your spouse kills you.
Yeah. Hey,
what are you doing?
That's what she said right there. That could have been
that could have ended with
murder.
Her whole body up in flames. But there you go. Now I'm thinking that the bit has finally officially taken off. Because now I know our listeners are going to try to figure out a better way to wake up their spouse. How do you beat blowtorch? The audio could have been better, but you got the groggy audio of the wife going, Steve, what are you doing? All right, our phone number, 877-212-O&A. That's 877-212-O&A. Hold on a minute. Swanson.
Hey, I want to know if I can substitute Wake Up Your Spouse for Wake Up Your Brother.
Yeah, it's basically wake up someone you live with.
Just wake up anyone in the house.
But we had to come up with some kind of name for this dumb thing. So, yeah, sure. How are you going to wake him up, Swanson?
Actually, I'm just going to walk in screaming.
Okay.
Run. With you.
That is fantastic.
Ryan.
Who was it that you woke up?
Yeah, Swanson.
How old's your brother?
Well, brother.
12? 12?
Oh, that's why he was like,
because he reverted back to being about 4 or 5, and then he sounded like an almost teenager. But he started like, Mommy.
Yeah, I think my mom's going to use this as a reason for me that I'm being influenced by you guys now.
Wow, that's all right. There you go. We got 2 already.
Wow.
We've been doing this bit for about a month. We get 1 here and there, and already we got 2.
Okay, gotta go, guys.
All right.
You're a good boy.
Sometimes it takes a while to get these bits going, so there you go. All right, it's Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday. So far, we got a blowtorch and a guy screaming
Just
at his
screaming.
That was an obnoxious scream,
It
too.
really was.
Hey, also, I want to say good morning to all the pirates out there. Arr.
Pirates?
I'm sure...
Are there any pirates left?
I'm sure a morning zoo show in your town is doing something with the fact that it's International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Arr.
It isn't.
I swear to God, today is International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
But who made that up? Who made it up?
The pirates.
International.
The pirates. They just need a little attention today.
Everywhere. In India, in China, everyone is talking like a pirate.
Mm-hmm.
How come we make stupid things in this country and then call it international? You know that is not anywhere else.
It has to be international. The pirates come from somewhere else. You don't have pirates from America. You have pirates that are hanging out in the waters off the shores of America and international waters.
There used to be English pirates.
Huh?
I think it was the English pirates.
Yeah.
That's who we imitate the most of, right? Arr.
Arr.
Matey.
Aren't they from Penzance?
The pirates of Penzance?
Where's Penzance?
We really talk like idiots on this show. Can't we start talking like men again?
Yeah, the modern pirates just use like RPGs and little Zodiac boats.
Yeah.
And they come up to cruise ships and try to rob them.
Yeah, true.
So talk like a pirate day. It's kind of hard these days. I don't know.
No, you got to go old school. If you're going to talk like a pirate today, do the old school pirate, okay?
Arr.
Arr, matey.
Okay.
Arr.
Avast.
Avast.
Matey.
Here you go.
Arr. Okay, International Talk Like a Pirate Day. This is stupid.
Well, Captain
Cap'n Slappy,
and Old Chumbucket.
I thought it was something else.
Are the founders of Talk Like a Pirate Day.
I saw Old Chumbucket, but I didn't see a certain letter.
Let's just put it this way: a little too early to see the H.
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing.
I thought they were talking about our old PD Jeremy Coleman. Well, no, it's Old Chumbucket. I see.
What do you know about International Talk Like a Pirate Day?
Well, let's see.
I know you aren't out there, aren't you?
Invented in 1995 by John Bauer. He's Old Chumbucket.
Yeah.
And Mark Summers, Cap'n Slappy. Not the same Mark Summers from that kid show there. Double Dare.
Oh, Double Dare?
No, don't get him confused.
Isn't he the OCD freak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both of the United States who proclaim September 19th each year when everyone should talk like a pirate. For example, an observer of the holiday would greet his friends not with a hello, but with a ahoy me hearty. The date was selected because it's the birthday of Summer's ex-wife and consequently would be easy for him to remember. Well... easy for him, I guess.
Yeah.
He remembers dates of ex-wife's things and marriages and things like that. Everyone knows I can't remember that. At first, an inside joke between two friends, it gained exposure when Barron Summers sent a letter about their invented holiday to the American syndicated humor columnist Dave Barry.
Dave Barry is humorless.
He liked the idea.
Oh, is he awful?
He couldn't be funny if he grabbed this and ran with it.
This is... See, this has nothing to do with international. It's not international. These two idiots decided to do this on a whim.
Hey.
And they dress like pirates.
Hey, I got a phone call coming in from Max from Fairfield. And I'm telling the dump guy down the hall to get ready because it is Can't Say That Wednesday.
Yes.
Max, what's going on?
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Hey.
Since it's International Pirate Day, doesn't the Asian pirate say L instead of R?
Well, that would that's what would happen.
Maybe you didn't have to dump out of that. No. Hey, that's funny, Max. Way to go. There he goes. So if you call him the show, just acknowledge that it's International Talk Like a Pirate Day, all right?
Oh, please. Arr! Another hacky bit that all the hacky stations will be doing.
Oh, well, and I got something for the Pal Talkers today and the Instant Feedbackers today. A very interactive radio show, this Opie and Anthony show. Did you know today is the birthday, the 25th birthday?
25th birthday.
Of what?
Oh, I know this already. Yeah, okay.
You do know?
Yeah.
Jimmy, do you know?
I do.
No, he probably doesn't.
I do.
All right, what is it?
It's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Which is the semicolon or colon and half a parenthesis.
Wow, he does indeed know.
Wow, you suck.
That little symbol, which on most computer keyboards would mean, hi, how are you?
The smiley face. The computer smiley face turns 25 today. So there you go. Have fun on Instant Feedback and Pal Talk today as you celebrate the smiley face birthday.
Pointy hat, curly hair, winky eye, smiley face.
There you go. All right.
25 years. What were they putting it on 25 years ago? Who's the first person that looked at that and said, it's sideways, but it looks like a smiley face?
Mm-hmm. You would think by now we could have like a smiley face that's like right side up.
Yeah.
Why we still have to have our smiley faces sideways?
Love of God.
Well, they have some of them will convert it now to a symbol. Like when you hit that, you'll have like a little yellow smiley face. Sometimes it's like a little squiggly mouth, like a little or a frown. There's so many expressions.
I'm very insulted by Awful Me. He writes, 25th anniversary of Opie graduating elementary school. How dare you? I'm not that old. I'm hoping more people wake up their spouse today.
or someone else in the
do you guys
house.
feel the excitement? Right off the bat, we get a guy waking his wife up with a blowtorch.
I like that.
And a guy screaming at his 12-year-old brother.
Yeah.
And I just felt like the phones were just going to rock.
Yep.
We need more. This is the hour where you wake up the people. What happened?
Sorry, they're just showing that. We'll get into that a little later.
How about we'll do it after the break?
That sounds good.
What's that about, by the way? We're talking about, we're seeing the video of John Kerry, the guy at the John Kerry thing.
Yeah, he's been all over the place. John Kerry's at a university, and he's taking questions from the crowd, and some guy gets up there, some snot-nosed, like, college douche. And starts questioning John Kerry about his why he gave up the election so quickly when there were so many allegations of voter fraud. Didn't you want to be president, he said. And then he started asking him if he belonged to the Skull and Bones, just like George Bush does. And the police, I guess they cut his mic off. And then he walked away going, "Oh, I can't talk," and wouldn't leave. So the police grabbed his arms to usher him away from the microphone. And I think their intention was just to get him out of there, because he was becoming a disturbance. He then started resisting arrest. Once like they were saying, "Oh my God, he's arrested for what he was saying." No, the second he started resisting arrest is when, they started strong-arming him. Because he was being, like I said, a douche. But now they're saying it's staged.
How is you can't stage that in front of John Kerry?
Well, he did it on purpose.
Oh, he did it on purpose.
He resisted and wanted the cops to really pour it on. Apparently, he has some kind of a website. I don't know what the whole story about the scam is, because it's still they still don't know if it's a scam or not.
Well, it's pretty impressive that you would do that in front of a political leader.
Favorite line though of the day is, "Don't tase me, bro."
All right, well, let's get into it. We got a few more minutes.
Right before they do.
So here's the guy asking the long question at the John Kerry rally.
Sir, I first and foremost want to thank you for your time. You spent a lot of time talking to those here today. I want to thank you for coming and being open and honest. You recommended a book to us earlier. I wanted to recommend a book to you. It's called Art Madhouse by Greg Collette.
Yeah, I have it, actually.
Yeah, he's the top investigative journalist in America.
I've already read it.
And he says you won the 2004 election. Right. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? You won in 2004. In fact, there were multiple reports on the day of the election of disenfranchisement of black voters in Florida and Ohio. I'll ask my question. Thank you very much. I'll ask my question. I'm going to preface it. He's been talking for 2 hours. I think I can have 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, I'm going to ask you my question. I'm going to inform people, and then I'm going to ask you my question. So there are multiple reports of disenfranchisement of black voters on...
I'd have tased him right here.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There was also voting machines, electronic voting machines in Volusia County, Florida, that counted backwards. So amidst all these reports of phony stuff going on, how could you concede the election on the day? How could you concede the 2004 election on the day? When in this book, it says there were 5 million votes that were suppressed and you won the election. Didn't you want to be president? I'm not even done yet. I have 2 more questions. If you were so against Iran, how come you're not saying, let's impeach Bush now? Impeach Bush now before we can invade Iran. Why don't we impeach him? Impeach Bush. Clinton was impeached for what? A blowjob? Why don't we impeach Bush? All right? Also, were you a member of Skull and Bones?
All right.
Bush?
Who edited that?
Secret Society is Bush. Were you in Skull and Bones? Thank you for cutting my mic.
Wait, what happened?
The guy dropped the he drops the
international word for thanks for dinner.
Yeah, there's an oral treats reference in there that he just blurted out and wasn't bleeped. Who listened to that and didn't think that and thought that was good for air? Holy Jesus! What
happened?
Iraq?
Well,
what happened?
It's not a political rally, so it's okay, right? What happened, Iraq?
No, just letting you know that we caught it. Dumped.
Yeah,
well, that's great. They caught it down the hall.
Who listened to it?
But then they lose some audio, because the dump that. I just want to know who listened to it. Who listened to it and was supposed to bleep that part? Anyone? No one? That's fantastic.
Sam?
Okay, Sam. Sam's the douche of the morning.
Sam has to be fired. Oh, well.
How do you listen to that and not know that...
The guy said
that he said the B word.
BJ,
yeah, well, all right.
God, I hate working with
How about we take a break and we'll get into the rest of the audio after
the break. It gets fun.
Because now we gotta make sure it's nice and clean. And so we don't get anyone fired.
Because he does curse up a storm in there before that. He starts saying F you and things like that.
Well, basically...
That's bleeped?
Well, we'll see. Here, why don't you make sure? Maybe Sam's a little tired today. But basically, that's where we're up to. You know, the guy asked a very long question. Obviously, there's going to be a problem. And then they come up to him, and then they tase him, and he just loses his freaking mind. And
could be the whiniest tasing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Heard women being tased that didn't sound this whiny.
You're applauding the tasing very early on in this audio. All right, we'll get into that next and a few other things. It's Opie and Anthony. Good morning. Opie and Anthony here. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Want to say hi to all the women on Pal Talk, acknowledging that it is Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Yes.
They know what to do on Wednesdays. There's WOW stickers all over the place. WOW signs on the back of cars, written in the dirt. That means whip 'em out, ladies. Whip 'em out. And guys, don't harass the women. Some of them want to flash on the way to work, and that's it. That's it. But they're looking for those WOW stickers as we speak, so.
They've been very good over the years.
I gotta tell you, man. The wowing at the virus shows this summer, unbelievable. Yep. Unbelievable. All over the parking lot, during the show, after the show.
An amazing display.
Very, very cool. Also, it's International, what is it? International
Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Well, this guy's been on hold for a long time, so let's get this over with. Jim in New York, what's up?
Me.
Hey, what's up, Jim?
Would you like to hear me pirate joke?
Yes.
What's a pirate's favorite doctor?
Hold on now. A pirate's favorite doctor. A podiatrist?
Would you like to know?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the eye doctor.
All right, get out of here.
Eye doctor.
Hope I didn't dump that down the hall.
Well, it is International Talk Like a Pirate Day, so it's a treat for everybody, isn't it?
I like that.
Yes.
Also, Morning Zoo Bits of the Day, Wednesday. Can't say that Wednesday.
No.
And Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday. And if you're just tuning in, so far we had a guy wake up his wife with a blowtorch. And we had a guy wake up his brother by just walking in his room and obnoxiously screaming as loud as he can. And we thought that would really, really start something today. And now we're back to nothing with this bit. So hopefully we'll get a couple more.
But that was good.
That was definitely really, really good. All right, back to the Curry audio. When we last left you, where were we at there, Anthony?
Well, this guy was on the mic. He was asking John Kerry a question, and he got out of hand. They turned his mic off, and the cops start kind of dragging him away. But I don't think we're up to that point yet. He's still kind of trying to ask his question.
Right.
And then because you can't say that, I guess that's why Sam left in an inappropriate word.
And people are now suggesting that we take Sam's WWE belt away from him for a day. We got to punish him somehow.
That would kill him.
He does walk around here every day with that dumb WWE belt.
That would kill him.
That he got for his birthday, and we're thinking we should just take it away from him for a day.
Yeah.
Give him a little punishment.
What's he the champion of? Missed opportunities to help the show?
Yes.
Of course.
Champion of trying to get us in trouble.
All right, here's the student. Security comes in to arrest the guy.
Thank you. Are you going to arrest me? Excuse me. Excuse me. What are you arresting me for? Whoa. Is anybody watching this? I'm not doing this. I want you to do.
Anyone else hear Dane Cook in here?
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
When you said that.
Right?
Yeah.
Sounds like Dane Cook.
He does sound like Dane.
What, you're going to arrest me?
And you can even hear a fat bald guy in the back going, dude, he's my meal ticket, dude!
Don't arrest him, dude!
Leave him alone!
Thank you. Are you going to arrest me? Excuse me. Excuse me. What are you arresting me for? Whoa. Is anybody watching this? I'm not doing this. I want you to do that. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Hey, what are you doing?
What a whiny ass.
What is going on? What is going on? I want to stand and listen to you answer my question. Help! Are you kidding?
All right, he's yelling help.
God, I hate this kid.
He's yelling help. He's so obviously a whiny little brat.
Yeah.
And it could be a big put on.
Yeah.
Well,
Could
it's
be
a put on for his, but
like his.
But John Kerry's not in on it. The taser guy's not in on it.
No.
The security guys are not in on it.
No,
he's
wanted
hoping
to take
that
one for the team. I didn't think he'd be tased.
He's hoping to get some kind of crazy reaction, right? So he gets his name out there.
I guess just be escorted out of the place. But I don't think he thought he was going to be tased.
Well, he made the front page
Which is
of
great.
Drudge Report, so he
I'm
did
glad
something
he got
right.
tased.
Here we go. They taser the guy and listen to the reaction.
Why are they arresting me? Can someone do something here? Let me just say arrested. What did I do? Get off me! Nobody ever get off me! Get the off me, man! I didn't do anything! Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me! I didn't do anything! Ow! 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 Ow!
Why is the crowd outraged and yelling stuff like, stop, I would be laughing my ass off.
Oh, dude, there was. There's about 5 or so different angles of that whole thing. People with the cell phone. There's a couple of different camera views. And there's one view, and it's a guy on a cell phone camera. And you see across the aisle, there's just two regular kind of dude-like guys.
Yeah.
And they're just hanging out laughing.
Oh, good.
Laughing at this guy the whole time.
All right, thank God.
A couple of people with sense.
But they did get the student under control, and I got audio after the taser.
Oh, okay.
The taser ring of the student. Sounded a little different.
I like turtles.
Like turtles.
You want to hear that again?
Yes.
All right. The student getting tased.
Why are they arresting me? Can someone do something here? Let me just say arrested. What did I do? Get off me! Nobody ever get off me! Get the off me, man! I didn't do anything! Don't tase me, bro! Don't tase me! I didn't do anything! Ow! 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 Ow!
Just a bad dream, fat boy.
Oh my God!
Police brutality.
Scott from Hot Pog brings up a good point. Who says ow?
That's how badly
Who
it hurts
says
when you get
ow?
tased. You say the word.
Ow! Ow!
Ow! Ouch! Exclamation point.
Ow!
But after the tasering, the student sounded a little different, Anthony.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I like to make werewolf movies.
He sounds more in control.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Cops say to him.
here's the cops.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they apologize.
They did apologize. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just a bit.
And there was somebody there with this reaction.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No, actually, this is what someone in the crowd was heard saying.
Damn, you just been pwned. Ush.
I like turtles.
All right, you like turtles. We get it. Security escorts him out. He tells them they can't kill him. What a... can you say the D word for...
A douche? Yes.
All right. What a douche.
Sit down and listen to the officers, okay? You understand? Quiet down. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. And walk out with these officers.
Can I have my car, please?
You're going to get everything back. You need to calm down. Do you understand?
Back over around.
Calm down. Am I clear?
There are people that know I'm here. You can't just like kill me.
Can't kill me.
Oh, this guy.
There are people that know I'm here. What does he think? It's some kind of a conspiracy? Oh. And then they tried to make it seem like it was his freedom of speech, like they did that because of what he was saying.
Yeah.
Who cares what he was saying?
How much do you hate this guy?
I wish they would have shot him.
They did. Yeah,
I wish they would have put a gun in his
right
mouth
there
and Bud Dwyered him right there, and then Cherry would have just continued talking while the lay there with his brains all over.
I got to go back to the actual tasering because we're getting a request from Blue Healer from Kentucky, so we'll do this for Blue Healer.
Why are they arresting me? Can someone do something here? Let me just say arrested. What did I do? Get off me! Nobody ever get off me! Get the off me, man! I didn't do anything. Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. I didn't do anything. Ow!
There are actually people, though, that are saying, like, you know, The tasering did seem a bit extreme here.
Yeah.
No.
Let's go to Nick.
Didn't.
Let's go to Nick on Long Island. Nick, what's up?
How you doing, guys? Listen, I think it's funny that the guy was tased, and he did sound like an idiot, but this really does boil down to a freedom of speech issue.
Okay, how?
This is exactly what the amendment was written about. Coming out in a political arena and speaking whatever you want to speak. And sure, the guy was disruptive, but they went way too far tasing him.
That guy got enough mic time, probably more than anyone else. He was babbling at that point. They cut his mic off, not because of his political ideology and what he was saying.
Because he was
an ass and he was just going too long. They let him ask his questions. He wasn't giving John Kerry a chance to answer his stupid questions. And then when they cut his mic off and his time was up, they tried to get him away from the mic and lead him away and out of the room, because then he was being disruptive to other people. And when he wouldn't leave and started fighting, and when he got on the ground and he couldn't cuff him because he wouldn't put his hands behind his back, it's standard operating procedure. You either tase him, or if there's
the guy had an agenda, man. He wasn't there to ask an actual question.
Yeah, he was there to make it about him. Go screw.
Well, going too long with something then would mean that you and Opie would have been tased the other day with a whole techno bit.
Well, we should have been.
Good point.
I don't even disagree with you, sir. If there was a cop in here with a taser,
all right,
I would have accepted it.
You know, when you're right, you're right. All right, maybe the techno bit went a little long, but there was some radio gold in there.
Yeah, it's not like this guy just, this guy didn't just ask this poignant political question. They went, hey, this guy's fucking the system.
And they tase him. Yeah. Zap him quick. He's on to us.
Any college student that is zapped for doing something like this makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, where's Columbia University? They just canceled the Minuteman guy after last year. They shouted him down, wouldn't let him speak.
Yeah, what about his freedom of
speech? The same university that invited the president of Iran and the president of Venezuela to speak has canceled this Minuteman guy because they think he's racist. So Columbia's not about free speech.
This guy wasn't there to ask an actual question.
No.
It was all an act.
He has three, just rambling, stupid questions. He wasn't letting Kerry answer because that wasn't his agenda. It was just to make it about him.
He was looking for attention, and he got it. Guy is put under arrest for inciting a riot.
Stop! You're gonna break my arm! Stop it! Stop! Just listen. Take a deep breath and listen. Where's your ID?
I don't have any ID on me.
I don't have any ID on me.
I didn't think I needed a wallet for this.
You didn't think you were gonna incite a riot?
All right, hold on a second. Now the cops are being completely reasonable with him. They're telling him, they're asking him to calm down. They're asking him questions. Like, what? I didn't think I'd need a wallet for this. What? What does that even mean? As an American citizen, you should carry around your identification for just such an emergency. You should just carry it around.
Unless you're riding your bike on a pier.
What?
Someone out there got it.
Okay.
I did. You got to linger longer to get that one. We're hoping people will linger longer.
Carry your stupid ID. There's a reason the guy didn't carry his ID. And it was just so he could make this fuss. This fuss. He's a fuss budget.
You sound like an older gentleman when you said that.
Where are your papers?
Thank you, Fast Freddy. Drudge's reporting the little punk or the little puke admitted it was for the cameras.
You didn't think you were gonna incite a riot?
Incite a riot? I asked him a question. Why am I under arrest? Why am I under arrest right now?
Resisting.
Inciting a riot? Inciting a riot.
Oh, God, I hate this kid.
You're under arrest for being a whiny douche. Oh, I hate this guy.
Let's say, they're gone. Okay, guy won't give his name, tells the onlookers to come and find him. Final clip here.
Oh, my God, you're giving me the government. They're giving me the government. They're giving me to the government.
What is your name?
Giving me to the government.
I'm afraid to tell you.
Okay, then give me your ID.
I don't want to give you that. I'm afraid.
I wish he was right.
Book you in as John Doe. Listen.
You know who I am. Will you please tell people? Will you please tell people why I'm being arrested today? Okay? I didn't do anything.
I'll testify in court.
Thank you. Thank you. Everyone that was here today, please come to the police station.
Talk to anybody.
Ask them where's the guy that was arrested at the protest. Ask them where's the guy that was arrested at the John Kerry rally. Okay? Ask them where I am because
he's back at his mommy's house.
They're going to try and kill me.
They're going to try and kill me.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I wish he was right. I wish he did have some inside info, and he walks into a room and the X-Files cigarette smoking man is there to just burn his eyes out.
An X-File reference?
Yes.
Nice.
Why not?
Nice. You know, everyone wants to be a star, and it's going to get interesting the next few years because everyone's just trying to figure out their YouTube video, their
YouTube angle
video.
Dude, it's all about getting your 2 minutes, your 2.5 minute video on YouTube.
It's starting to get really, really fun. By the way, Bill from Waterford, he writes, I got the peer joke, Opie. You should have run from that fake cop. There you go.
Oh, right. Okay. Wow.
There you go. He lingers longer.
Goes back.
So there you go. That's one of the things everyone's talking about today. Just hate the guy.
Yeah,
he's hateable.
Never met him. Don't want to.
He's he's showboating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being a real hot dog.
Yeah, he's being a hot dog.
Guys, we might have another one. It is Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday. Let's go to Kenny in Atlanta. Kenny, what's up?
Hi. Hey, guys. How you doing?
Pretty good, Kenny.
Well, here's the thing. My wife sleeps while I'm at work overnight, right? And I'm home early today. She's really scared that someone's going to break in every night. So what I'm going to do is open the window with the security alarm on.
All right, just make sure the phone is close to her so we can hear her reaction.
Oh, God, the alarm's going to go off?
Yeah,
okay.
So the guy's going to set the alarm off.
Yeah, so hopefully when she walks out to turn it off, I'm going to come around from the corner and scare the...
Oh, my God, you're crazy.
Double whammy.
Make sure she doesn't have a heart attack.
If she doesn't come to turn it off fast enough, I'm going to do it myself, but because it's really, really loud, I don't want everybody to get pissed off at me.
Okay.
But I got everything ready to go, so here we go.
All right, it's Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday. There goes the alarm system in Atlanta. It's Kenny.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Jesus Christ. She's fucking deaf.
She's probably getting the gun.
Imagine.
Yeah, watch your language.
Yeah, don't curse.
Oh, sorry. It's Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday.
Hello.
I don't know if you could hear. Damn it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know if you could hear her.
Yeah, what'd she say?
She goes, go turn that off, beep.
Oh, she cursed?
Yeah, but I don't think you could hear it.
I didn't hear it.
All right, there you go.
So funny for me.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Kenny.
Well, the guy did it, but...
Not the big payoff we're hoping
phone
for,
technique. People don't understand. We don't want to hear... Here's what we don't want to hear. We don't want to really hear you. We don't want to hear...
We want you to set it up.
The implement of what you're waking them up with.
Right. We want to hear that.
Maybe in the background, but that shouldn't be the primary thing. We need the phone near the person you're waking up.
So we can hear their reaction.
That's the payoff.
Right. Well, you can hear her groggy going, turn that off.
Yeah.
Good try. We like trying things live on our show. Sometimes we succeed, and a lot of times we fail.
But people don't seem to understand that where the phone should be.
Right.
It should be by the victim.
Absolutely.
Arg! It's Wake Up Your Roommate Wednesday. Arg! On the Opie and Anthony Show.
And he's talking like a pirate today.
Yeah, why?
Because it's International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Almost forgot.
So even the production guy has to talk like a pirate. What an obnoxious show. All right, our phone number, 877-212-ONA. It's Opie and Anthony. You're checking out Opie and Anthony on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Wowza Live on Pal Talk.
Oh, yeah, so other things.
What happened?
Oh, my God. Well, there's Karen _John. And obviously it's John on the camera. Oh, the hell is that? He's in a a marble bag,
a banana hammock,
just laying there. Oh, now he's gone.
All right, good.
Why? That guy, what a classic way to lay.
So long.
I ruined it.
And a big hi to the women flashing as we go to work today.
Yes.
They're looking for WOW stickers. Of course, the WOW stickers stand for Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
The lovely ladies.
It's also International Talk Like a Pirate Day. We got Nick on Long Island. Nick, what's going on, man?
Yeah, guys, I went to go see the new pirate movie the other day, and they wouldn't even let me in because it was rated R.
All right, look, you guys are going to kill her today.
Oh, no.
You guys are going to kill her.
There's only so many letters you can do that with.
Yeah. It's R and I.
Did you just challenge the listeners, Jimmy?
I did. Well,
you challenged the listeners.
Dude, what are they going to... I mean, I played chess with a pirate. What else am I going to talk about?
Do you?
Yes. He said, you're in checkmatey.
Okay. I was blindsided by that one.
I was waiting for how the R comes into a chess joke.
Checkmatey.
Checkmatey. R. Well, that's just wonderful, Jimmy. Hey, what do we got on OJ? What's the latest? He's going to be charged officially today?
Let's see. He killed 2 people.
Well, now they're adding kidnapping to the charges?
Well, anytime you bust into some place
and
don't let people leave, you use words like sit the F down,
mother
don't
effers.
move, things like that, it's considered kidnapping.
Yeah.
So that's where that kidnapping charge comes in. It's not like he grabbed the Lindbergh baby and took off somewhere. But he's got kidnapping charges, weapons charges, robbery, assault. There's a few charges stacked up there. I think about 6 or 8 of them. He's in jail, no bail, and we see what happens.
Why no bail? I don't get it.
I think some people may consider OJ a flight risk. They may.
They didn't forget.
No, they didn't forget.
They don't forget that type of thing.
A lot of people now saying, people are saying that this is a setup to get OJ back for what he did. Years and years ago. Well, it's been this long, protracted setup. Is that what it is? And his attorney is saying that on the outside, it kind of looks bad because it's all out of context. Once he presents OJ's case in a reasonable fashion, you'll see that it was nothing. It's just OJ going in, laughing, and getting his stuff.
He does not deserve life in prison for this. I'm sorry.
The graphic just said life in prison, question mark.
He won't get life in prison.
On GMA?
But he does deserve life in prison for this.
Nah.
Because he killed 2 people.
Yeah.
You know what, though? The prosecution in L.A. dropped the ball once again, and they decided to go with Darden and Marcia Clark because it's a black male and a white woman, and they felt that would be less threatening to the black juror. They deserve what they got.
Yeah, but does OJ deserve what he got? Complete freedom from killing 2 people?
But he's got to look at that stupid Fred Goldman mustache for the rest of it. Everywhere, if OJ's having sex, Fred Goldman's head pops up out of the covers.
Speaking of that, you hear the latest on Fred Goldman?
Yes.
Fred Goldman noticed that, I forgot, it was I think it was a few months ago, he noticed that in a video that OJ has a really nice Rolex watch, and he wants his share of the Rolex watch.
It's
if not
a
the whole thing.
Rolex.
If not the whole thing.
It's cheap, I swear.
So he sent his lawyer to court to try to get the Rolex that he saw OJ wearing in a video.
How much money does Fred Goldman have for lawyers?
He has dedicated his life as a father
to making OJ's life miserable.
The guy's just dedicated his life to making OJ's life miserable, to tracking him down, trying to strip him like an abandoned car. He just wants to take his watch, his shoes, everything. And good. OJ should just be chased around by this guy. This guy is an albatross around OJ's neck. Good.
Yeah, absolutely. Good for Fred Goldman. Let's say hi to Tom in New York. Tom, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, O&A?
Hey.
Jimmy, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man, how are you?
Hey, I got a joke for you guys.
All right.
Joke. Hey, what does a pirate cat say?
Hold on.
A pirate cat
I'm going to guess meow.
That's a bad.
Come on.
That's terrible.
You're wrecking the whole R.
That isn't even close.
Meow. It's got like a little patch over its Jack eye.
Jack. Little Jack. You know what Jack does a lot?
What?
purrs.
Oh, I think you're going to say, hopefully sleep on its back with its legs stiffly in the air.
You know, I would, no, not little Jack.
He's been sleeping like that for a week.
No, shut up. He's little adorable Jack. Not many people know this. I want a little O&A trivia I want to throw out there that might come up in a future episode. Might even give away a prize if somebody knows the answer. But I'll give it away now. Not many people know this, but Steve from Bayshore gave me Jack. Me and my girl.
I don't know who that is. I know who Steve from Bayshore.
You got to be me.
Yeah, not many people know that, though.
No, not many. Let's go to Chris in Wisconsin. Chris.
Hey, guys.
Good morning.
Wake my wife up with a glass of ice cold water.
Okay. Oh. Now, so far, hold on there, Chris. Hold on. Hold on.
All right.
Did you listen to Anthony? Because we really want this bit to take off. A lot of these bits are just stupid. This one we feel has potential.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Once I get in there, I'll put the cup the phone right next to her.
Put the phone right next to her, and then just throw the ice water on her, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, and it's hot here in Wisconsin, so she's not wearing too much. So
we're waiting on you.
All right, make sure the phone gets close to her.
All right.
Here we go.
I'm going to the bedroom now.
All right.
It's Wake Your Wife Up Wednesday.
Did you say it is?
What's that? Did you guys get it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, bit back on.
You know my favorite?
We're back on.
One of my favorite parts of the bit is like the husband wakes the wife up.
Yeah.
And then she just looks at him like, what?
What are you, an idiot?
She says what it is, and then there's that pause where she realizes that she's married an ass.
Yes.
Hey, Chris, right on, man. You got the bit back on track.
Yep, you guys are awesome.
All right. Thank you. Let's go to L.A. It's Jim. Jim, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening?
Hey.
All right, so a pirate walks into a bar.
Oh, boy.
He's got a big, giant pirate wheel wrapped around his midsection. Walks up to the bartender. The bartender says, "Hey, what's that big wheel for?" He says, "It's driving me nuts."
Oh, my
God. Why am I laughing?
I got a funny one, too.
All right, very good,
Jimmy.
Jim. Yes, Jimmy.
Two Jews walk into a bar.
Do we have time for one more? It's Mike in New York. Mike.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, all right. How much did the pirate pay for a new set of earrings?
How much?
$1 an ear.
All right.
A real one.
This is so old.
All right, I'm going.
Hey, it's International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
It is.
You got to do something with it.
He should have said it like a pirate, though.
Right.
You screwed it up, dude. It's not International Tell a Pirate Joke Day.
Right.
You could tell the joke if it's in pirate fashion.
Let's go, Ed.
Why do the pirates like Jessica Biel?
Why?
They love her booty.
Right. Booty. Pirates do love their booty.
This is so stupid.
It is ridiculous.
Let's go to Paul, New Hampshire. Paul.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Why are pirates so mean?
Why are pirates so mean? No idea.
They just are.
Just are. Ah, terrible.
I don't know why, but it's so funny. It's so stupid.
Who would think savage murderers would become funny?
Right.
Cute.
In 2007. People were just brutal, savage murderers.
Arr. Well, it is also Morning Zoo Bit of the Day Wednesday.
I thought that's what part of the pirate thing was.
Or Morning Zoo Bits of the Day Wednesday, depending on how many we want to play today. Well, of course, the OJ story is huge, so everyone's doing their OJ material on the Morning Zoo shows. And stupid Scott and Todd, I have no idea why they're still on the radio here in New York City.
Wacky noises.
They got an OJ song that is just terrific. Wow. This is unbelievable. You want to explain morning zoo bits of the day?
Well, they're things, bits that you hear on your morning zoo shows. They're usually sent in by other people. Sometimes the staff of the morning zoo gather together and do them themselves. But they have one thing in common. They always suck.
Yeah.
They're just bad, hack, hokey, just poorly done. Not funny.
Yeah, we want to make it
not entertaining.
We want to make it perfectly clear that these bits suck, and it's a good test.
Yeah,
the bit we're about to play. If you actually enjoy it, you might not be listening to the right radio show.
Yeah. This might be the wrong show for you.
This is how we test our listeners. So it's Scott and Todd here in New York City.
If you start laughing, please just change the station.
It's Morning Zoo bit of the day from Scott and Todd here in New York City. It's the OJ song.
Electric Shock OJ.
Hey, that's Anthony's song.
Hey, that was mine. Oh. Hey, that was my friggin'... I wasn't even in radio. Don't give me that guff.
And don't you worry, we're going back to pirate jokes in a second here. But please. But first, here's your Morning Zoo bit of the day.
He should be locked up for life for what he did with that knife. He wrote a book on the murder and said how he would hurt her if he had killed his wife. And now he's back in the headlines. He's been charged with robbery. His chubby face full of stubble. O.J. Simpson's in trouble. Needs a good attorney. Why did he do?
Hold on 2 seconds. I just gotta... I cannot stand me being a song parody smith. I hate when people fit words into song parodies by putting the accent on the wrong syllable. It's just they're jamming words in there. Attorney isn't the word. It isn't attorney.
It is. He's charged with robbery.
Yeah. Attorney. You can't do that. That is the sign of a horrible song parody. It means you couldn't come up with something that really fit the way everybody talks. Attorney. You can't shoehorn words in like that.
That's the only problem you have with this song.
It's hysterically funny.
That's funny. I'm funny.
It's Scotch 88. It's lazy song parodying.
Song parodying.
Some dumb hotel heist. OJ is through. He's the answer.
All right, what? Are you serious? Yeah, that's what Get Renee in here.
What happened?
One of our stupid interns actually likes this song.
No, she doesn't. I don't believe Renee likes this song.
No,
she's running away.
My God, is that the latest picture of Scott and Todd? Yeah. All right, Scott looks like Rip Taylor. He looks like he should be throwing confetti around.
That's why you should never get a facelift, because eventually this is going to happen.
Dude, that looks like Rip Taylor from here.
Yeah, because the rest of his face is still sagging, but the part that he tightened up can't sag anymore.
His eyebrows they're in perpetual mean phase. When you draw a mean cartoon.
Well, he's got cheekbones way up here, and everything else is falling like a mudslide.
He's trying to look younger, and yet he's wearing a sweater vest. Why are you wearing a collared shirt and a sweater vest?
Your favorite morning show host should never wear a sweater vest.
That's called the outfit of the douche.
Renee, you really like this song?
I don't know why. It's
what?
Catchy. I don't know why. It's
catchy.
It's catchy.
So is AIDS.
So is a lot of songs. I don't know.
And why did you have to cover up just to come in here?
Because I'm a giant jerk, and I was eating my Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
And a little marshmallow fell off and got me on my shirt.
Not so lucky.
But you have a white shirt on, so who cares?
Yeah, but it's down here. It looks stupid.
Was it one of the pink ones?
No, it was a yellow one.
Yellow? So it looked...
I know.
So how do they know that Renee liked this?
Because Pat Duffy called her on it.
Of course.
And you used to listen to Z100 before you came here?
I grew up on Z100.
Yeah.
I know. But I don't listen to them anymore, so... I know.
Attorney?
You like attorney?
Attorney?
And robbery?
I like
robbery?
the whole
It's stupid.
Rockin'. I know, it's really dumb, but of course he would call me on that.
He murdered his wife.
Yeah, it's just, it's not really
wife, life,
good.
Attorney, robbery, yuckery.
Is there another good verse coming up?
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Renee. Sorry that this is going to be your last day.
Yeah, you don't get the show.
Yeah. We want people that get the show.
If you think this is funny,
I know.
You're lucky you're hot, or you'd be so gone by now.
I think that the only way for her to stay is for her at one point in the show to denounce this song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Denounce it.
But we do it in a special way. Bring in the asparagus.
Denounce it. Denounce it.
That's one from the old days. E-Rock got it. So you got to linger longer. All right, thank you, Renee. All right, back to the song.
She goes, yeah, enjoy it.
Some dumb hotel OJ is through. He's the Antichrist.
He's the Antichrist.
Antichrist.
You liked
Antichrist.
Oh, it's so
Again,
adorable.
shoehorn those words in.
Antichrist. What?
Some dumb hotel heist. OJ is through. He's the Antichrist. If the running back was a horse, he would be glue. Hey, OJ Simpson, this might be the time that they lock you away. The bloody clubs don't matter. It's about time that they make you pay. There's a cell for you at the county jail, and I hope that's just where you go. You'll be found guilty because this time there's no Judge Lancito.
No Judge Lancito.
What? I don't even know what the last word was.
There's no Judge Lancito.
Oh, Judge Lance
Tito. Yeah.
Why did he need Lance? Why not? There's no Judge Ito. Why did he need Lance?
Because it needed to fit the rhyme scheme.
I don't know. Ask someone who enjoys the song.
Yeah, well, Renee, man, you're an expert on this stuff. Why Lancey Tito?
Yeah, why did he have to say Judge Lancito?
All right, now that because I like the whole vibe with it. I don't like the words or the actual parody of the song.
You know, it's not cool to like Blink 182 anymore, right?
I haven't liked Blink 182 for a very long time.
This is like a Blink 182.
You know, you look like a cute alfalfa Schweitzer. I don't know how that's possible, but it is.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Take that as a compliment.
all right, I will. Thank you.
We need a pirate joke. God, help us
you
here.
know what? My friend, I do have a friend who's a pirate.
Oh, do you?
Really?
I do. I don't want to give his identity up.
All
But
right.
he was actually enjoying the song. I heard him.
Yeah.
He was laughing.
Yeah.
He was going, har, har, hardy, har, har.
Let's go to Kentucky. It's Nigel. Nigel, what's up?
How much did the new transmission cost the pirate?
How much did the new transmission cost the pirate?
I know this, but go ahead.
An arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Oh, Tom. Scott, what's up?
Hey,
Yeah.
what's a pirate's favorite fast food?
I don't know. Wait.
Oh, his phone screwed up right on the punchline.
Wait, do the punchline again.
Arby's.
Oh, Arby's.
Arby's.
As long as you didn't say McDonald's.
All right, back to the morning zoo bit of the day from Scott and Todd here in New York City. It's just terrific. It's an OJ song.
Which according...
I think he made a mistake.
Do you?
Time he won't get a break. No break, no break. No one believes his story, cause his past is so gory. Won't be like Robert Blake.
What?
So why did he do some dumb hotel heist? OJ is through.
Here we go.
He's the Antichrist. If the running back was a horse, he would be glue. Hey, OJ Simpson, this might be the time that they lock you away. The bloody gloves don't matter.
Do it all day.
It's about time that they make you pay. There's a cell for you at the county jail, and I hope that's just where you go. You'll be found guilty because this time there's no Judge Lancito.
Oh, God.
Lancito.
Gonna throw his butt in jail, and he can't afford the bail.
Wow.
Gonna throw his butt in jail, cause no one believes his tale. Gonna throw his butt in jail. He's a big fat killer whale.
What?
He's not.
That he's going to prison. Finally, justice will prevail.
Scott and Todd in the morning.
Wow.
That's it? That's how it ends?
With the applause after. Who's applauding that?
That's fantastic.
I would say more, but my jaw's dropping.
That's great.
The lower half of my face is a mudslide at this point.
I like turtles.
Yeah, I like turtles too.
He really is awful. He looks like he's wearing a burn victim mask. What a fat douche in a sweater vest.
I've never seen a face where, like, the top half of it looks like he's 32, and the bottom half looks like he's 62.
Stretched out.
Hey, go back a page.
And then he's got the bulldog jowls from the Bugs Bunny cartoons.
I want the One Pest to call PLJ here in New York City and request the OJ song. Please do that. 1-800-321-9755. Just tell them how great that song is, and they need to hear it.
Add a show reference in if you can, subtly.
Yeah, please do, all right?
My name's Ramon. I want to...
Yeah, all right?
Anything.
Old burn victim face. His face is enragingly awful.
We need another...
Why wouldn't you just hire someone to be you in a poster? If you're trying to look young and relevant, why would you put that face in a poster? It's terrible.
It's...
terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yes.
So terrible.
It is terrible.
We need another one. This morning zoo bit of the day thing I really, really enjoy. So hopefully Sam will find another one. We could do another Scott and Todd bit. We could do like the vacuum of doom or something like that today.
Vacuum of doom sounds great.
Oh, it's just
terrific. Why didn't we think of something like that? It rhymes. It's kind of mysterious. I don't know what it is.
By the way, before we say goodbye to Renee here for good, let's not forget that she did bring this 1982 commercial to the Opie and Anthony show. See, we don't forget.
I'm not that bad.
Real commercial.
I mean, like corny.
Well, this is the gum that goes squirt. It's an actual commercial from 1982.
There you go.
Renee gave us this.
Here it comes, freshen up, a great refreshing taste sensation. Here it comes, freshen up, make your breath a great temptation. Here it comes, freshen up, the gum that goes squirt, the gum that goes squirt, freshen up.
That's really odd that they would do the here it comes, and then have the gum that goes squirt like that.
Well,
I think they meant something different.
Of course they did.
But it's not like it's the 50s where they didn't understand. Like in the 50s, they would say all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It was the 50s, and now it's funny. That was 82.
That was actually Freshen Up gum was called gum. It rhymes with gum.
Dumb gum? Who would want?
Dumb gum. Yes, it was called that.
Dumb gum.
That's what you used to call it, like Freshen Up, because it would. It would just squirt in your mouth.
Imagine that, you get freshened up on your lower back in your hair.
Na 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 na. It's whipping my way. Ugh. Let's say hi to Cosmo in Jersey. Cosmo.
Hello.
Hey, Cosmo.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Great.
I'm doing pretty good. I got a pirate joke for you guys.
I thought so.
Of course you do.
What did the pirate get on his SATs?
No idea.
He got a perfect score.
See, now they're just getting silly.
All right, one more. Let's try Cindy in Buffalo, listening on the edge. Cindy, what's up?
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Pretty good, Cindy.
Good. What do you get when you cross a pirate and a pedophile?
Ooh.
All right, that's intriguing.
What?
R. Kelly.
Hey, bravo to Cindy in Buffalo. Yeah,
That's funny.
Hey, speaking of Buffalo, they're asleep at the wheel at the edge. We're doing this morning zoo bit of the day. You got to send the whole lobster thing that stupid Larry Norton does.
Oh,
letting the lobster loose. You want to hear a morning zoo bit that stinks.
And it makes absolutely no sense.
That's the one we want to feature next week. So someone in Buffalo, help us out. Help us out, okay?
Makes no sense.
Larry, his name is?
Larry Norton.
Larry Norton? Oh,
Snorton Norton. He lets the lobster loose.
But it doesn't make any sense at all.
He promotes it all week, all day Friday, and then he plays a dumb clip from a dumb movie.
From a movie.
And that's his whole bit.
But why does Norton do that?
Because he's a douche.
Because he's a douche.
Douche.
He's a douche.
Because he's a lazy... Oops. Because he's a lazy DJ. That's what lazy DJs do.
Right.
All right, Renee, get lost. It's Opie and Anthony. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. On the way, man, this story, as we were preparing... we like you, Renee. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
She's very nice.
Okay, I try.
Just walk away, Renee.
Just walk away. Leave the studio, yo.
Could she... Maybe Renee could bring another song.
What?
Maybe Renee could bring another song that she thinks is funny and redeem herself.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
I'm sure she has a sense of humor. There's something else. I'm sure
yeah, find... This is your new bit. Bring in something that you find funny. I want to know what you find funny besides that piece of crap.
Because you know you laughed at it the first time. She probably was like...
So bring something else in you find funny.
Every time I try and think about finding something funny, I go on every website possible. And we already did it. We already covered it. Covered it a long time ago. Did something.
Gotta dig.
Yeah, I'm trying so hard. I'm looking every day.
Yeah.
Oh, there gotta be something.
I will do my best.
Give it a shot.
I will do my best. Thank
and
you.
no help from Pat Duffy or any of the other
I will not
clowns
ask
that
Pat Duffy for anything.
you hang out with and gossip all morning with.
They do gossip.
Oh, they
the
just
guys
sit
that are
around and
just
gossip.
That are clamoring over her.
They're all trying to figure out how they could,
trying to
get with her.
Get
with her.
Trying to garner her attention.
When you're here, I see a lot more attention in that little room that you guys hang in.
Really?
Yes.
What attention do you see that I don't?
They all want it to get in your...
booty.
Go ahead.
The booty.
Are they all competing for her hand?
Yes. Well, when Renee's in, we like to say it sounds like radio camp in here.
Radio camp.
Everybody's laughing. It's just like you can just hear down the hall. Everybody's trying to make her laugh and giggle.
Yeah. Ew. They give you a lot of attention.
Who's the worst offender?
Who
changes their demeanor the most?
Renee should probably be able to fill that one.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't see them when they're not
either.
around you.
No, because you know what? I don't want to get called out again. So
why
not? No.
One of these guys have to know, like one of the guys that work for us, have to know which intern kind of changes the most. You wouldn't really notice because you don't see them when they're not around you.
Good point.
Right.
It's kind of hard to do.
Right.
But when they're around you, they're kind of all clamoring and.
I would love to know what they say behind my back.
Oh well, who wouldn't?
Oh,
Who wouldn't?
All right, we'll figure that out. You just gave us an idea. All right,
Travis. Sounds good. I'll try to find something for you.
All right,
Travis has
thanks.
spoken.
Now go fetch us something.
All right.
It's Opie and Anthony.
Good job.
What a morning. Opie and Anthony here. Thanks for the participation. You got the women on Pal Talk wowing for Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Getting great suggestions on the instant feedback. You can get to the instant feedback through the website. Hopefully K-Rock here in New York has a link to the instant feedback as well. Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday. That's been a success today.
Definitely.
My favorite so far is the guy who woke up his wife at the blowtorch.
Blowtorch, because that's original.
That was awesome. Also, Morning Zoo Bit of the Day Wednesday is definitely successful today. Jimmy wants us to play another one.
Yeah, because Renee thought it was funny. I mean, she heard it. I haven't heard it, but according to Renee, it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that we give it a shot because she couldn't have two awful ones in a row.
No.
Well, Morning Zoo Bit of the Day. We gather these bits from these awful morning shows across America, and we give them a nice little highlight.
Isn't that nice of us?
Yeah, we shine the spotlight on their awfulness,
on the crap, the big pile.
And we don't have to work as hard, let's be honest with each other.
Of course.
Another Scott and Todd bit from New York City. They've been on the radio for 16 years with this crap? My God. Wow. Why do we try so hard?
16 years
playing this crap. This is the one Jimmy wants to hear.
Well, let's not blame me. Renee said that this was
top notch,
and I quote,
"Top notch,
hilarious,
hilarious." Can you do it in Blink 182 style, please?
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
You're listening to Opie and Anthony. Well, it's Arnold on Broadway, everybody. Because if you do a morning zoo, you really got to focus on that Arnold Schwarzenegger impression.
You know, the only time you should do an Arnold impression is when you're goofing on the actual
Arnold impression.
Arnold impression.
Or if you sound like Arnold. That's a good time to do it. If you sound like Arnold when you do it.
Well, that's true, too.
Hey.
That's a plus.
Hey, he sounds like Arnold during this clip.
I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm only saying that, like, 'cause I do a decent Arnold. I don't do...
look, can we hear it?
Yeah,
Jimmy, please.
I'll say this. No, my Arnold is good. It's not great.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's hear it.
I am the Terminator.
Oh, wow. Wow, Jimmy.
Inspector Clouseau.
Jimmy.
Okay.
I am...
let me try one.
Now we're going to do something extremely fun.
Hey, that's really
Thank
good.
you.
That was good.
That was really good. Let me try one.
I like turtles.
Oh, it didn't really sound like him.
I tried, though.
Look, I'm going to be angry. I'm going to yell.
Okay.
You lack discipline.
See?
All right.
That's how you do it.
I'll do mine. You lack discipline.
No, it's like this.
You lack discipline.
You lack discipline.
You lack discipline.
You like discipline.
All right, you're losing it. All right, can we get this out of the way?
Out of the way.
It's Arnold on Broadway. Another awful Morning Zoo bit, because it is Morning Zoo Bit of the Day Wednesday.
The world stage. The Great White Way. Broadway. And coming soon to The King and I, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, for the first time ever, you can hear Arnold's actual audition.
Okay, Arnold, you're Daddy Warbucks. This little adopted wench comes into your house with her mangy dog. At first you hate her, but then there is love. Cue the music and action.
I'll rip off your head, little girl. Squish your puny melon like a sausage. I'll shoot your dog.
No. Cut. Shoot your dog, Arnie. You're way up here. Be tender, loving.
Schwarzenegger auditions for Broadway. I'll be balcony.
I'll be balcony.
Oh, God, look.
I'll be balcony.
My arms just got all goosebumpy.
Oh, you don't get it. I'll be balcony.
Instead of back. He said, I'll be back.
Oh.
Playoff, I'll be back. I'll be
Holy God.
16 effing years of that.
Old Basset Hound burn victim gels. Probably laughed it up, although you couldn't tell but his non-moving face.
Oh, wow.
That was pretty bad. We have another guy that wants to wake up his spouse.
All right, I'm hanging up on pirate jokes for now because it is Wake Up Your Spouse Wednesday. It's Eric in Virginia. Eric.
Good morning.
Hey.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Actually, I just came out of PTM in the military. She's out in the cold. She's a heavy sleeper. I'm just going to yell in her face.
You're just going to get right in her face and yell?
Make sure the phone's close to her so we can hear
and
her
turn
reaction.
turn the phone toward her mouth.
Yeah.
And then yell in her face.
Okay.
Here we go. Wake up your spouse.
Wake up! Get up! Wake your ass up! Come on! Get out of bed!
Why are you yelling at me?
Get out of bed! I was home for PT! Okay, she ain't too crabby, I guess.
She's giggling.
That's kind of funny. Why are you yelling at me?
She's not even scared. She's no.
She's going to punch you.
Hey, you know what? I give that a B. That's all right.
Yeah, I liked her initial reaction.
Very good, Eric. Thank you.
She says hi, everybody.
All right.
I am the werewolf.
Yes, of course
you are the werewolf.
The werewolf.
All right, we were trying to get to this before the break. We're just sitting around the office, and a cute little story comes on the news. Man busted videotaping women in public bathrooms.
Yeah. This guy's real subtle.
This is the most twisted crime, man. I mean, should the women be scared of creeps like this?
No.
No, they don't seem like the type that do anything more than this, but they are just creeps that ought to just have the camera busted over their head.
How do you get off doing this type of thing?
I think it's the
women are
danger in it.
But they're not in a flattering position. He was in a stall.
What, on the toity?
Yes.
It could be kind of.
Yes,
that could be kind of sexy.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
The girl sitting on the toity.
That's sexy to you?
Not to not going number deuce. I'm talking about and not even going, but just kind of how they look sitting there.
I agree.
With their little knees touching together.
And even going. With the panties at mid-thigh.
Yeah.
Tee-hee.
You don't find that, like, kind of...
Nothing.
Taboo?
No, not...
So it's sort of hot.
Now, what was that old commercial where the chick was on the bowl? Candies? Yeah.
What are candies?
That was supposed to be really hot.
Oh, and yeah, there you go.
It was, what's her name?
Yeah.
She's with Jim Carrey now. What? Jenny McCarthy. Oh, yeah, Jenny McCarthy.
Jenny McCarthy's on the bowl.
Yeah, it's an ad for candies. I see nothing sexy about that. I really
panties there, no?
Oh, the panties, yeah, sure. But then the bowl, I mean, there's nothing sexy about
She stands up, she's got the ring imprint on her butt. It's like a bullseye.
The butt hickey.
Giant roids. Sitting there for 3 hours looking at failed scripts of her own awful show.
Well, library worker taped women in park bathroom.
It's the ultimate violation of privacy.
A library worker is accused of secretly videotaping women in a park bathroom in Colts Neck. It happened in this women's restroom.
It happened.
Recreation area of Colts Neck Park, popular with moms and their children. Police say a woman in the bathroom yesterday caught this man, Richard Woodsick, with a camera, literally videotaping her from under the stall next door.
It is a little creepy, yeah. I mean, we use this park all the time.
I think this is outrageous. Anyone could walk in there.
Is his last name Woodsick?
Yeah, Richard Woodsick.
Woodsick.
How did he
his wood
disguise
is
it?
sick.
Yeah, there's no way you can get a camera under the stall. Now, this is the same little divider in the stall where you tap your foot and see somebody tapping their foot. How do you then take a camera and shove it under there so you can get a picture of whoever's on the ball and them not notice?
Yeah.
It's not like you really need that much peripheral vision to see something coming underneath the stall at you.
Ew. Authorities say after noticing the...
You have to be in the bathroom for the rest of the story. You hear the echo?
Reports coming in. He got busted when the boom mic crept into frame. big fuzzy boom mic comes in.
When he asked her, when she heard, he went, all right, we have speed.
Yes, speed and action.
Authorities say after noticing the camera in the next stall, the woman was able to follow the man out and get his license plate number.
She had a description of the person and called 911.
Idiots go right to their car.
On Route 537 and say they're trying to identify 2 other women on the tape who would have been in the restroom between 11 and 2 yesterday.
Just poking the camera underneath?
Yeah. I'm trying to think of I'm actually sitting here trying to think of a way to do that wouldn't get you in trouble. That would be a little safer.
It's impossible.
I would think, no, it's not impossible.
And when you're in the stall, I just look down.
Here you go. Here's what you do. You go into the bathroom.
Oh, boy.
You take a maybe 4 by 4 inch mirror and you glue it onto the ceiling above the stall you want to videotape. Now you sit in there and you just tape into the mirror and get the reflection.
They can see you too, though, I'm sure.
If they look up,
yeah, but
it's easier than looking down.
There's got to be a better way. This is called toilet cam, rookie. And what they do is they put up a little camera by the toilet and you can watch.
Oh, well, you need a micro cam or something.
Yeah, those cameras are getting small these days. You could do a much better
This guy's shoving an old VHS camcorder underneath there.
I think that's terrible since we've been coming here for about 3 months almost every day. So we may be on his little camera.
Woodsick, a 34-year-old who works in the library of Brookdale College, has been charged with 1 count of invasion of privacy, a 3rd-degree crime that carries up to a 5-year prison sentence. Park officials say they're not adding more security because this is an isolated incident.
This is a very safe well-managed park.
Still, those who use the park say they'll be looking over their stalls the next time they use this restroom.
Well, police are investigating to see if there were other incidents. In the meantime, Brookdale College officials say they are looking at this computer to see if there are any incriminating files.
Blind school.
What?
Just go to the blind school. And you pretty much just open the door and start filming. Roll them.
Or blind.
Yeah.
Their ears are so good, though. That creepy bat ears that blind people have.
They'd hear the camera rolling.
Of course they would.
Yeah.
Who's taping me?
Blind people give me the willies.
The willies.
Blind people are creeps. Because they have that bad hearing.
They have super senses. Yeah. They can smell stuff.
There's a fly in the room breathing. I can hear it. What?
By the way,
bad ears.
Stephen S. from Bayshore, he writes, he got caught when he yelled out, "Quiet in the stall!" before filming.
Or after he heard the plop, he said, "Can I have one more for safety?"
That is hilarious.
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 A little observation. The instant feedback, most of the instant feedbackers realize that Stephen S. from Bayshore gets a lot of attention on this show. So they're changing their names to Stephen R., Stephen T., Stephen U., Stephen V.
Excuse me, can I have 30 seconds of quiet for room tone? A little too inside?
No, it's good.
What, no one's filmed commercials before?
Well, not really. Maybe about 20 people listening right now.
Room tone.
Excuse me, there are eraser shavings on this paper. I heard them.
Oh, bat ears.
Stupid blind people.
Bat ears.
Bat ears.
Old bat ears.
I heard that.
Blind people should just hang upside down in their apartment and listen to everything. I'm listening to a radio. It's on in the building across the street. Ammonia urine.
All right, we got Carrie from Florida. Carrie?
Yeah.
Hold on. We're gonna cut our losses. Let me set this up. You caught someone watching you. That's all you need to say. Okay.
Yes.
And
well, I just looked up and there's this guy just staring at me through the little slit in the door. And it took a second to realize I was looking at him, and he just sort of turned around and left the bathroom. It was so strange.
That, like the gap between the door and the stall itself, he was just peering in there?
Well, he was just looking in, because I was sitting at the floor and I saw feet facing the stall, and I was like, why are they facing the stall?
Tootsies.
And I look up and I'm like, whoa.
I would assume the women out there, they just find this kind of creepy, but, you're not creeped out, though. You're not scared. You're just like, what a creep, right?
Yeah, I was like, wow, that's
we get these subway flashers here in New York City, and we've talked to some of the women, and they're like, yeah, we're not scared. We're just like, what a creep.
Yeah, it's almost kind of funny, wow, that's...
There's a humor to it, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I knew him he was on the soccer team. He was this... really popular guy that I had even spoken to a couple times.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There's a catch.
Hey, I followed a very hot chick into a bathroom once. After she went to the bathroom, I was in after. I didn't follow her into the bathroom. We were shooting. Vanessa Manillo.
Yeah.
Went right before me. Nothing, no, unfortunately.
No.
Yeah. All right, she used it before I did. And
all right, Carrie, thank you.
Clean as a whistle.
All right, thanks. Bye.
There was a great... Oh, yeah. Ask Stan about filming a commercial. Oh, right. It was blown for him. Sorry. That's Booby Man from Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yeah, we remember that.
You got to linger longer. To get that
Sorry.
One. Linger longer for that one, folks.
White guy number 3.
It's morning show Wednesday. Hell no to H2O. Hell no. Well, the Opie and Albany show.
Hey, that's all right. Way to go, Tim. Yeah, it's morning zoo bits of the day.
Mm-hmm.
We got one more to play. Well, no, we'll probably play a few more today.
Of course we will.
We got Motel 666 on the way.
Oh, God. I wonder where that'll go.
Motel 666.
I have no idea where that's going to go.
666?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably devilishly funny.
I get it. Hysterical.
Let's go to Casey in Philly. Casey.
Love you guys. Love the show. How are you this morning?
Good.
Who will be a pirate's least favorite Van Halen singer?
Wait. I know it.
Oh,
jeez.
I
Let
know
me
it.
think.
God, this is a little obvious.
Wait,
there.
no, I know it. David Lee Roth.
Gary Sharon.
Sammy Hagar.
We know. We
got it.
Because of you, we just...
Thank you.
That will be the last pirate joke
Jesus,
for
thanks
today.
a lot. We really jumped the shark. We know.
All right, it's Opie and Anthony. What do we think? Awkward. Phone number 877-212-ONA. 877-212-ONA.
A lot of complaints.
Awkward walk with the cuffs when he's coming down the steps.
Well, he has the awful walk because
I got
he's
bad hips and knees.
He still looks great. I mean, we learned he's 60 years old, OJ? But he's got the bad hips and the bad knees and everything else from the football.
So he's a wreck.
Mm-hmm.
How many times can you walk cuffed like that? It's kind of hard to walk cuffed. Oh, they're showing what his cell looks like and what clothes he's wearing.
Don't electric shock, OJ.
Hey, that was my first big hit.
We'll play that tomorrow so it doesn't get confused with the Morning Zoo bit of the day.
Right. It could very easily, believe me.
And I'm making fun. I was the one that thought it was great, so...
And it was back then.
And I still think it's a good
different
song.
You know, you couldn't realistically play an Uncle Milty TV show every week and have it be a hit.
Why not?
In this day and age.
Hey, let's see what George Burns thinks.
Hey, George Burns. If you don't like what you see here.
Can you do George Burns on Broadway?
No.
All right, what do you guys want to do? We got more pirate jokes coming in. We got the techno remixes that the listeners are making.
Yep.
You know, playing off the fact that we did the techno fart remix the other day.
They all sound the same, the techno songs. So why not just throw in clips from the show?
Right. Well,
I think they'd be a big hit.
Well,
in the club.
We can play Coke Logic. And then, of course, we do have another morning zoo bit of the day.
This is a scarier one, though. I don't know if I like this one. I found just the title to be a bit frightening.
It is scary.
We'll get to that in a second. And also, we got audio. One of my favorite shows is Beauty and the Geek. It's back. You got just ridiculously hot women hanging out with the geeks. And last night on the premiere, we meet David, who's a LARPer, and we love LARPers on this radio show.
LARPer.
So we need to play some of that audio today as well.
Those are live action role playing.
And Kevin from Bayshore, Connecticut, because he's trying to get his instant feedback read, so he's now Kevin from Bayshore, Connecticut. See, you weren't listening earlier, and people changed their names to Stephen R, Stephen T, Stephen U.
They just want to get through.
Yeah.
Stephen what? What was the first one?
Stephen R instead of Stephen S. Oh, R. Sorry, Jimmy.
R.
Stephen R.
It's International Talk Like a Pirate Day. And it's also the birthday of the smiley face. Happy 25th birthday to the smiley face. Kevin from Bayshore, Connecticut writes, Opie needs a ruling on where, see, he lingers longer.
Yeah.
All right, well, here's Coke Logic doing one of those techno remixes that has something to do with the radio show.
Bush. Grr. Bush. Grr.
You've got AIDS. You've got AIDS. You've got AIDS. You've got AIDS.
I bring nothing to the table. I bring nothing to the table.
Also needs to be pointed out that Deliver Us from Eva, it's her bit now in Pal Talk. She's got the glow stick every time we play the techno remix. And she found a little bit for herself. She's got her glow stick ready. And when
she's raving.
And when we play these techno things, she starts rocking the glow stick. So I just want to acknowledge that today. The other women should, get topless and work their glow sticks as well. Because it's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. I love that we're just confusing everybody with all our dumb things.
I know. It's getting so confusing. There's so many things to do.
Well, because now we're starting Techno Wars because there you go. She's topless and she's ready to work her glow stick.
And a glow stick.
And that is a nice wow.
Much.
Those are I'm going to go 36. I might have to squeeze out a double D for her.
I say 38F.
38F?
No, you're right. 36 double D.
I got a thumbs up on my 36 double Ds. Drew Boogie, yes, the tech wars have begun.
Yep.
This is what Drew Boogie sent in overnight.
Sounds epic.
Oosh. Die. Oosh. Oh. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Die. Oosh. Damn, you just been pwned. Been pwned. Oosh. Die. Oosh. Oh. Body rock. Body rock. Body rock. Damn, you just been pwned.
That was good.
Wow. You know what? The tech wars are over. The techno wars are over.
Well, Drew Boogie is the professional.
Is that Drew?
Yeah.
That figures.
Yeah.
That figures.
You can send yours in. Man. You can send yours in, but after that one, I don't know. That is damn good.
That was a good one.
I was listening to it like, that's really decent. I didn't know it was Drew.
Yep. Oh, yeah. All right, so now we can move on to another Morning Zoo bit of the day.
Oh, I don't like this one.
Or we could meet David from Beauty and the Geek last night.
David
what to do? What
Beauty
to do?
And the Geek. He's the LARPer.
Yeah, let's go with it. With this.
LARPers are, and I've played many a role-playing game on the computer, like EverQuest, EverQuest 2, Star Wars Galaxies. Played a few of them.
You do dress like a wizard every once in a while.
Occasionally been known to dress as a wizard.
Mm-hmm. And a pirate.
No, I was never a pirate. I was a Renaissance man.
I don't know. You look like a pirate to me.
I was a Renaissance guy. Pirate.
I don't know.
I'm dressed like a pirate.
Jimmy, doesn't he look like a pirate in that picture?
No, I look like a Renaissance man. I don't know what I look like there. This is kind of a puffy pirate shirt. I don't want to be a pirate. I am a tool. Look at that picture. Great.
Hold on 1 second. Earl in New York. Earl.
Yo, while you guys were doing your talking about Scott and Todd, I flipped over to them. Their morning show bit this morning was guess the song medley being sung in pirate speak.
Everyone enjoying the International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Are you kidding? Can we get that? That is your Morning Zoo bit of the day right there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Earl.
You're welcome.
What song is this? Arr, I've had me some facelifts. Me looks like a burn victim. So good. Stupid, frightened eyes. Said that.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of Botox.
Oh man,
Higher! There's a parrot on me sweater vest shoulder. You douche.
Oh, 16 effing years.
Oh, it's just horrifying.
Boring the hell out of New York for 16 effing years, and no one has noticed.
Yo ho ho, and a mouthful of, well, you know. It ain't rum. Arr.
Is that an eye patch? No, it's me pubes. I've had quite a few facelifts.
Yeah, go to the website if you want to see a facelift. Maybe 10 years ago it looked good, but, now everything else that wasn't facelifted is falling. Falling hard.
When you look at the website, you think it's the Rocky Dennis and Todd show. Why did Ben pull the pins out of ye map?
Ye treasure map.
If you do a morning show and you do the old publicity shot, you shouldn't look like an old, gay queen with your young gay lover.
Right? With his jowls.
Look at that.
Looks like he's been in the water too long down at Davy Jones' locker.
The blind girl felt my face.
That head.
He is a
giant.
What a fathead he is.
And it's all pulled up tight until you get right below the mouth line, pretty much.
No, well, yeah.
Like the nose area.
Right under the nose, because the cheekbones are still high, but everything else is dropping.
He needs those nipped. They would be like two big chicken cutlets that would come out of there.
Me face has a saddlebag on it.
Wait till XM and we'll tell you what his face looks like.
Yes.
Old scrotum bag. Hey. You can't say that.
No, you can't say that Wednesday.
All right, here we go. So, where were we? Oh, okay, we meet David the LARPer, yes.
Yeah, LARPing is live action role-playing, where you get out there, you dress up like a character from mythical times, and you have a weapon, and you hit each other with the weapons for various points.
Now, if you've never seen...
this is a typical LARPer.
If you've never seen Beauty and the Geek, David is about to do this in front of some of the hottest women in America. Young, hot women and most of them have breast implants. And I don't even think they're over the age of 25. And this is what David decided to do in front of the hot women.
Wow.
What is LARPing, or can you...
LARPing is an acronym that stands for Live Action Role Playing. It's very similar to Dungeons & Dragons, except it's in real life.
Two damage.
Yeah. Did he do a 2 damage there? It's hard to hear.
I don't know. I heard some weapons hitting together.
I heard some plastic swords of the gay hitting each other.
Swords of the gay. And was he throwing beanbags as a spell? They throw beanbags at each other, and if it hits you, that is a spell. I'll cast a spell upon you.
Oh, you know what bags they should be throwing at each other? It landed on your nose. Gotcha. But we both win, don't we?
My biggest hobby probably is LARPing, which is an acronym that stands for Live Action Role Playing. In the very recent game, I even played the Demon Lord Malgosh. I, Lord Malgosh, cast the spell of eternal doom at you.
Ooh, scary.
Wow.
I'm scared.
That is gay.
Lord Malgosh?
We got...
I am Lord Malgosh.
We got audio of the guy he was casting the spell upon.
Oh, okay.
I like turtles.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah.
He sure cast a moron spell on him. The spell of the tard.
It's the Turtle Shell Face and Todd show. Me has a face like a rounded turtle shell with two frightened eyes peering out of the center.
It is just a wreck.
Yeah.
Ooh.
More David.
Someone's suggesting his name is Lord Nogash.
Wow, I'm looking at a picture of Scott. It looks like he got stung by a bee in the face.
Look at that. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Dude, what's wrong with him there?
He's just even older there.
Holy mackerel.
It looks like three faces sewn together. It looks like a bunch of different faces.
Different faces sewn together.
You know who his face looks like? He looks like the French lady, like after the dog ate her face off.
Yeah.
He had a face transplant. It doesn't look like a real face.
That is not real.
Wow. You gotta stay away from
a wax museum,
man.
Arr, me likes to wear a fleshy Phantom of the Opera mask all the time.
We got Stephen S. from Bayshore. David will never be yelling "to damage" or any other damage at a girl's. I want to keep it clean for the radio.
Yeah.
Here's more David talking about LARPing in front of really hot women.
Crossing over to the BDs, I was carefully writing out a monologue in my head, so I knew exactly what to say.
Greetings and salutations, fair maidens. I am Sir Eric, a knight in service to my liege lord, Baron Felix von Ronheim. My name's David.
One guy that really impressed me was Dave.
What?
He is a LARPer.
Are you ready? Lay on.
Jasmine bested me in battle, though, to be fair, I did give her the longer sword.
So he's
vexed him.
Out of all the things you could do with these hot women that are so dumb, he decides to have a plastic sword fight with them.
LARP with them.
And we're not talking about the the sword of,
No, not that.
Yeah.
Not the old, the old, fleshy sword.
He should LARP in Compton. Bring me to your lord.
Greetings. That would end quickly.
Sure would. They cast a spell. Instead of a beanbag, it's a black fist with rings on it. Landing gently on your cheek.
Why does my sword smell like duty?
We got Mike in Albany. He wants to defend LARPing. Yes, Mike.
I like to make werewolf movies.
Okay.
Very good.
I like turtles.
Do you?
He likes werewolf movies. I like turtles.
Turtles.
All right. Here's David. He's paired up with this girl, Jasmine. And David is just disappointed because Jasmine doesn't remember who David is.
Well, our third team begins with Jasmine. Please step to the front. And we decided to pair Jasmine with David.
When I found out that Jasmine became my partner, I was suddenly worried.
When I first heard David was my partner, I was like, wait, who's David?
Now, what do you guys think?
I think it's good. I think that we'll have fun.
I think it'll be interesting.
Okay, it'll be fun.
I trusted in Joshua and Shay to match me with my preference, Katie. And it wasn't when Jasmine became my partner, I thought, oh dear Lord, I just screwed myself.
All right, not much there. It's more about his LARPing activities.
I like the LARPer.
It's a good show, though, Beauty and the Geek.
I just had to get some guy that was LARPing off of Pal Talk. Jesus.
What happened?
He had the sword of the gay in his hand.
Oh, no kidding, really?
Jesus.
That's the problem with this Pal Talk thing.
Yeah, occasionally you'll get a guy.
We're constantly chasing out the sword of the gay.
The sword of the gay.
Let's meet Travis. Another guy named Travis.
Is he a girl too? Is he a girl too, like ours?
Pretty much.
Okay.
My name's Travis. I like beer. It's good for you.
Yeah, I like beer too.
Oh, Trav.
Oh, jeez.
I like that. Not only are they retarded, but they like alcohol. Just dummy them up a little more. What's the difference?
What's going to hurt?
Yeah, do.
Let's
Have
try
a juju bead.
Let's try this.
My name is William, and I like to wear dresses.
I like turtles.
I don't think these are the people from the show anymore.
No, of course not.
My name is Travis. I am the movie star.
I like turtles.
Yeah. Finally.
My name is William, and I like fingernail polish.
Fingernail polish.
I like turtles.
Yeah.
William rules.
William does rule. We brought back William because we just feel like he hasn't gotten the proper airtime on the Opie and Anthony show.
William deserves a lot more airtime.
William is a bit slow, and he's in a wheelchair, and that doesn't stop him from dressing like a woman and wearing fingernail polish.
Right.
Yes. Wow. Did you add these to my thing?
Oof. I'm a woman trapped in a mongoloid's body.
I'm a woman trapped in a wheelchair. All right, time for a break?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Still?
All I had was the little egg whites and an apple.
I thought that would hold you over.
Oh.
By the way, Jimmy, a lot of people are asking, how's your relationship going?
Well, I mean, it's
Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Opie and Anthony just got me wild. I just got wild!
We tell you how to get a wow sticker, but we can't plug the website.
Wow, wow, wow! Arr! 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 Oh, wow! Arr!
I am having a craving for pancakes.
Just have the stupid pancakes.
I know what
it's driving us all nuts with the pancakes.
Enough about the pancakes. It's from looking at that stupid Scott and Todd website. His flat pancake face is making me want a short stack.
The jowls look like pancakes hanging from his cheeks.
Hey, dude, old short stack face. Hey, flapjack cheeks. It's the flapjack face in Todd.
Kenny, go fetch Jimmy some pancakes.
Oh, is that him from when? 1968?
I don't know.
Is it really? I was kidding.
Oh my God, what year is that?
Scott Shannon did some things in this business, but hasn't done much in the last, 10, 12 years.
I'm not saying he might have been a great radio guy. He looks very British. I just don't like his face. And I like the fact that I heard he badmouthed my show, so I'll never like him.
What happened, Jimmy?
Just a
he
rumor.
did?
What? I heard he gave Lucky Louie a bashing, so I'll never like him.
Really?
That's right.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You didn't find it hilarious?
That's fine, but
all right.
My feelings were hurt.
Well, we could play more of his Morning Zoo bits that are much funnier than Lucky Louie.
I would like to hear one.
Would you?
Yes.
Would you? What?
It's Morning Zoo.
I love that. Can you fix it? What? Best line from The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
The remake.
Morning Zoo bit of the day Wednesday. We're just kind of showcasing some of the horrendous bits that morning zoos do on a daily basis across America. Today we're focusing on New York City.
Yes.
We try to play a few from all over the country, but today it's all about
the awfulness.
Facelift and Todd.
What's morning show best Wednesday? Hell no to H2O. Hell no. Well, the Opie and Anthony show.
There you go.
That's nice.
Setup. And they just aired a Britney Spears song because she's all the rage.
Topical.
Lip syncing, dancing horribly,
kind of
doing
chubby.
drugs. Rumor has in front of her children, being naked in front of her children, and now they're saying the latest on her is that random drug testing for Britney Spears.
Wow.
Drug and alcohol testing
for
weekly.
What? What does she do that she needs to be drug tested?
So she could keep her kids.
To be a mom?
To be a mom, yeah.
Oh, okay.
By the way, a lot of people asking for...
I like turtles.
Yeah, well, because they want that as a ringtone. Hey, you know the rules. Monday is ringtone.
Yeah.
Wait, Monday is ringtone mania? Monday? Something like that?
Free ringtone mania Monday.
Yeah.
Can I? By the way, can I address somebody? And to the fat-headed nothing that thinks we didn't do certain bits in front of D.L. Hughley because we were embarrassed yesterday. I hope you die in a boating accident. Again, stay out of our motives, stupid.
Interesting.
Who said that?
Just some load. Some lump.
Who said that, really?
What was I don't know his real name. Why would I? He's just a lump and a load. I don't care if he likes the bits.
What bits didn't we do in front of D.L. Hughley?
I don't know. They didn't do the hack bits because they were embarrassed by... Stop trying to use industry terminology.
Oh, what? The whole 80s New Wave thing? We joked about that we didn't want to do it in front of them.
Of course we did.
We made fun of ourselves.
I just wanted you to know.
We didn't avoid it. We actually made fun of ourselves for doing that.
You're an anonymous lump, and I hope you die in a boating accident. The type that could have been avoided had you been looking.
A lot of people are confused. They think Todd is the one with the weird facelift.
Oh, no.
Todd is
so they're calling him Scott and Lard.
No.
And Scott and Tard and all that. No, Scott is the one that has the bizarre facelift. I'm sure it looked good, who knows, 10 years ago or something like that. But that's what happens with facelifts. The rest of the body continues to sag.
Who does he look like? It's driving me nuts.
He looks like Adam West without his mask on. No?
A little bit.
A fat Adam West.
I don't know what Adam West looks like.
Actually, he looks like Adam West without the mask on, but the eyes are still on from the mask.
From the mask?
Right.
He looks like some sort of a fat puppet, like the type of puppet with a clown with like a pointy hat on, like from an opera, because he has the rosiest red cheeks. He has like red circles on his face. Oh, just big red circles.
Jimmy, scary puppet guy.
Speaking of, you were talking about that Lard that said we didn't do certain bits in front of DL. This is what really...
He's a load.
This is what really bothers me about, not most. Trust me, not most, because my words get all messed up when it's translated to a message board. But the DL Hughley segment yesterday was hilarious.
Yeah. What was the guy, though, suggesting that we do?
He gave us he gave us about 2 hours of radio that was really some of the funnier stuff we've done in a long time. And then there's always a listener that has to even take something that was obviously funny for a majority of our listeners and find the negative part about it.
Because
I don't get that.
I get it. Here's what he is. He's a load who sits at home and pretends he's somebody else. That's what he does.
Yeah.
By the way, excellent call, Iraq. The guy... Was that Madam?
It's Waylon Flowers and Madam. He looks like Madam, the big puppet with the scrote chin.
It's the Madam and Todd show.
Oh. Wow, that's really bad.
Oh, you know what his face reminds me of, too? Remember when Lecter put on Pembry's face?
Oh yeah, there you go.
That's who he looks like. He looks like Pembry.
God,
Pembry.
I wouldn't have known that Pembry thing.
Well, the only reason I remember, talk to him, that's Pembry, damn it.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, Morning Zoo bit of the day. We've been focusing bits of the day. So, another Scott and Todd. So, the Britney Spears, all the rage right now. So, they have a Britney Spears song. And Sam's telling me it's just as good, translation bad,
right,
as the OJ song we played a little while ago.
Well,
let's take a listen. Another Morning Zoo bit.
Who laughed? Who laughed in the background?
Look, no.
Was Renee here when they recorded this?
Well, can I tell you something about Scott and Todd? And E-Rock, who's a student of radio, will back me up. Todd does everything for the show. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
And Scott's whole job is to laugh.
To giggle behind it. No?
You're shaking the head?
It's not Scott laughing.
Oh, so he won't even. So he doesn't even laugh.
He can. His face won't allow it. The way he laughs is this: his mouth opens and
That's how the Scott laughs.
He's laughing at you, man. Old porcelain doll face.
Boogie
Hummel.
Boogie in Richmond. This is for the people that linger longer. If your name is Waylon,
that's who's laughing. Is Joe Nolan that fatso?
He's the beach ball that does their traffic.
Yep. Oh, Joe Nolan is a fatso. That's all I have on Joe Nolan. That's all I know.
Get a load of fatso there.
He looks like the thing that crashes through your wall and offers you a refreshment.
Joe Nolan.
The what?
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I like to just say that thing.
The big
that scares the crap out of you, thinking you need a refreshment at a given moment.
There's a giant talking pitcher.
Yes, with a refreshing beverage in it. Joe Nolan should be frozen to death in a bowling alley. I despise Joe Nolan.
Isn't it a movie theater?
Yeah. Joe Nolan.
Bowling alley too, I think.
Yeah.
All right, let's start our Joe Nolan bashing.
Not Xerox freezer, no room.
Let's go with the Joe Nolan bit. Joe Nolan should offer his services to grammar schools everywhere, so they could roll him around the gym. Remember the giant,
big stupid ball,
right?
With a parachute.
We're accepting your Joe Nolan jokes.
Joe Nolan should loan his body to the Hayden Planetarium in case they have to take down the sun display. They should just prop him up. This is the sun if it had a head and legs and arms and a bad suit.
He is indeed a fatso.
Joe Nolan
should offer his services to Shea Stadium.
He's a chuckling fat man. There's nothing worse than a chuckling fat man. Can we hear that again? His laugh. Like,
yes.
He laughs at like
she's
a sleazy mother.
A sleazy mother. And then I'm sure they'll fucking. Oh, look at me. Like I said yesterday, my rules yesterday. Yeah. Hold on, let it go through.
Hey, you can't say that.
I want to apologize, but it is you can't say that.
Yeah.
Wednesday, and my ruling is once you get past the U, it's pretty much the word. So, yes, I did inadvertently drop the F-bomb. I want to apologize to anybody that might have heard that and been offended.
Why didn't you laugh at my Mr. Met joke?
I didn't get it.
Oh, Shea Stadium. You didn't get details.
I don't like to give a lot of details with some of my jokes. I'm a thinking man's comic.
There's actually a comedian that books himself as that, the thinking man.
Are you kidding?
No, he's on Sirius Radio, I think. He's like, I think his name is Hofstadler or something. He's like the thinking man's comic.
Some of these things, I like people to try to think about it for a while.
It's like, wait a minute, Shea Stadium. I'm thinking the big apple that comes out of the hat.
Well, that could work too.
That could be like.
All right, forget it. Here we go.
Nolan.
Let's get back into it because she's a sleazy lover.
Sleazy mother.
Mother. Mother.
Get it right.
Oh, God,
it's not funny the other way.
What? The big yellow one's Joe Nolan. Axl Rosenberg from MySpace.
Axl Rosenberg.
The big yellow one. Oh, boy, here they come. Joe Nolan jokes. Mark in Jersey, yes.
Yeah, Joe Nolan is the before for exercise equipment.
All right, enough of the Joe Nolan jokes.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on.
She's a sleazy mother who's breathing in a drug-induced haze. Was a mother, mind-altering drug at the VM.
Oh,
mind-altering drug. Mind-altering drug. Stop!
But it's mind-altering.
It's the worst thing in a parody.
Parodies. I love that you're pointing this out because now it's going to make this crap funny for people when they hear it on other.
It is the worst thing you could do. The biggest crime you can commit in song parody writing is throwing. It's called shoehorning the words in. You want it in there. It doesn't fit. You're too lazy or uncreative. You can't figure out another way to do it, so you just shoehorn it in by putting the accents in different spots so it doesn't even resemble the word anymore.
Was breathing in a drug-induced haze.
Induced haze.
Was a mother, mind-altering drug at the VMA.
Oh, that annoys me.
She's a sleazy mother. Her chubby legs look like sausage link.
Sausage link. He could be the guiltiest person I've ever heard that writes song parodies of this crime.
Yeah.
Way to pick up on that. It makes it that much better.
Sausage link. Who talks like that?
Joe Nolan should be rolling through a cave after Indiana Jones.
Okay, that's good.
There you go, Redding. All right, thank you, Wood Floor Liquor. Joe Nolan equals Mr. Met. Thank you. Thank you for helping me out.
And Joe Nolan's hair when you look at his hair, it's like a perfect Lego person hair.
Lego hair.
Look at his awful. His hair is atrocious.
That picture's old too, isn't it?
That's when he only weighed about 220.
Fat load Joe Nolan is sitting there with Lego boy hair, and his hand is gently propping up his cheek like he's thinking.
Yeah, he's a thinking man's weather-laughing douche.
Why are weathermen always fat pigs? I guess because they know when it's going to be like bad weather, so they stay in. No, I had nothing. Boy, of all the endless possibilities, I found none. Can't believe it. That joke really bombed.
Really bombed.
Because I didn't have a punchline.
Punchline.
Tom from Philly. Joe Nolan is the backup Apple for Fruit of the Loom ads.
The understudy.
And people are wondering, why didn't they pick a less relevant song for their song parody?
I know, right?
I hate phone scams.
All right.
Here's a funny phone.
Wait, we didn't do Motel 666.
Okay, you're right.
We're running out of show.
You're right.
Damn.
I had a funny phone scam.
All the ring drug.
She's a sleazy mother. Her chubby legs look like sausage link. And her brother, she forgot how even to lip sync. She's the kind of girl who looks great when it's dark and real late, and she'll let you see it. Oh my God! But no one wants to see it.
God.
Well,
They're doing Gregorian chant.
Well, they had to get to the end of that to get it in.
See it.
To see it.
Oh, God.
One trust her with two stray cats. But at home she's got two rugrats. Four little kitties. They might be P. Diddy's.
Yeah.
What?
They might be what?
P. Diddy's. Why?
Well, they're not, because they're as white as could be, you dope.
Why? There was never
not even
any
a hint of black in her kid.
There was never even a story that they weren't.
Well, it's because P. Diddy fit in the lyrics there.
No, so
Kevin Federline's
and
kid.
she has saggy. There's a lot more they could have done.
Yes,
right.
Yes.
They might be P. Diddy. Her life's in shambles, it's a master disaster. Britney looks like her best days have passed her. She smells like wine. She's a punchline.
Oh, at least she is.
Whose eyes are bloodshot and her brain's fried. And man, oh brother, all she's missing is a double wide. She's a sleazy mother.
Just laughing
She'll
in the
sleep
back.
with you if you just ask her. She's like no other. I just pray that she gets her tubes tied.
Scott and Todd in the morning.
Oh, God, of course. Scott and
You got to get that in before people hear the end of the song coming and tune out.
Because, God, they need to know where that song was heard.
I want to know why Fat Joe Nolan is just laughing up a storm in the back.
Fat bitch. Yes, she's a terrible mother. Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus, Lee. Can we end Morning Zoo Bits Day Wednesday with this fine one, and then we'll say goodbye to a bunch of people here.
I like morning show bits.
This is taking off. Remember, Buffalo, wake up. We need the lobster loose thing for next week.
Wake up, Buffalo.
That's Snorton Norton. Crap.
Norton's big bit.
Bits.
Bits.
Well, we go to Z100 for the last one of the day.
We do.
I guess we're focusing on New York City today.
Yeah.
This is Motel 666. 6, yeah.
I wonder where it goes. You can't hear the title, and I'm thrown. I have no idea what kind of bit this will be.
Yeah, there's Motel 6s out there.
Yeah.
This is Motel.
You add 2 more 6s to the name.
And
what happens?
I guess it becomes a different motel. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking over here.
Oh, play it. I'm so curious.
Are you a Satan worshiper?
Oh.
Of darkness, planning a vacation to hell, Hades, or New Jersey? Then you need to stay at the place that promised.
I gotta talk to a dummy. Hold on a second. Colleen in Bethpage, what's up?
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Hey. What's up, dummy?
Why you calling me dummy?
Now, what do you have for the show? I'm
Gender.
I just think P. Diddy's in the song because he's helping produce her. He's trying to get her out there again. Like, she keeps trying to hibernate, and now he's the one that's trying to get her out there to get her.
Yeah. But the line was it could be P. Diddy's kids.
It could be P. Diddy's kids.
And
but
at this point, everyone has seen Britney's kids, and there's not a hint of blackness in them.
Maybe they're trying to assume that P. Diddy's hooking up with her.
Oh, should we have to really think that hard during?
But the line was they could be P. Diddy's kids, meaning they already hooked up and had a couple kids.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. And hence why I'm calling you dumb.
Then you need to stay at the place that promises to give you a pentagram in every room. Motel 666.
I love Motel 666 because you can stay the whole week just for the price of your firstborn.
And I just love how roomy the beds are. They've got queen, king, and Prince of Darkness size.
Why? But they sound like
I don't get Prince of Darkness size.
How big is that?
How big is that?
Prince of Darkness isn't known to be like huge.
No,
it's not like a giant.
They're known to be dark
and
evil.
And those people sound like reasonable. They didn't sound crazy or evil. Why would they be staying at such an evil place? I don't understand.
I don't know about you, but I'd be frightened to stay in the dark.
I would be scared if I was a reasonable person like these people sound.
Yeah.
No Motel 666 location has a pool, but they all give you a bloodbath.
A pool and a bloodbath.
I'd sell my soul to stay at Motel 666.
Did you?
I loved Motel 666. My only complaint was that I couldn't find any ice. Just buckets of water.
Most motels have an
because the ice. Wait, because the ice did it melt?
Yeah, because the ice melts because
they're in hell.
Yeah,
and hell's hot.
Right.
But wouldn't it just like instantly evaporate away?
Yeah.
Because it's so hot in hell.
Yeah.
That even water would just vaporize.
You really wouldn't have water in hell.
But
if the water didn't vaporize, then hell wouldn't be all that hot, and it wouldn't be that bad a place.
Yeah. This is Elvis Duran's crap.
Have an exercise room at Motel 666.
Oh.
We provide you with an exorcism room.
Cool.
So that
why?
Next time someone tells you to go to hell, why not stay at the next best thing? Motel 666. Motel 666.
We get it.
We'll leave the hellfire on for you.
I got one for you. Motel 666 sucks. Yeah.
I can't understand as an artist on any level why you would do that. It isn't funny or interesting or fun. It's just words.
It stinks.
All right. We're on to something with the Morning Zoo bits of the day. We developed a couple new bits today, finally. The Wake Up Your Spouse thing was a huge success today.
I liked it.
Finally, because we've been doing that for weeks, and finally people have come to the table. Can't wait to see what people come up with next week on that one. And if you want to send in your favorite Morning Zoo bits, do so, please. But next week, we have to let the lobster loose.
That's Norton's bit.
Yeah.
And he just goes on and on about it all day, all week.
All day long.
And then at the end, the payoff is just playing a movie clip.
It's an old Bill Murray clip.
I don't know if it's Bill Murray or if it's...
from National Lampoon Radio or something. I don't know.
I don't even know who it is.
We'll have all the details next week.
All righty.
Brian from Florida. I hear the sauna is great. Honk, honk.
I get it, because it would be hot.
They would have a good song at Motel 666. At Motel 666, we suck the humor out of everything. CW, Scranton. I'm laughing because I can't read your line, David Dave from the Bronx. Good one. Hey, guys, have a great day. We'll see you soon.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony.
Rock and roll. Opie and Anthony on your radio dial.
Rock and roll, rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Opie and Anthony on your radio dial.
On your radio dial.
Hey, I want the rest of the country to hear the DJ that comes on after us here in New York City.
What?
He's from London, man. Could someone monitor, and as soon as he starts talking, I could do this?
It's from London.
Do you want to pot it up?
Yeah, I'll just I'll
That would be odd.
He's got the craziest voice, man.
I don't know if he's still
I don't know if he's still here. He was being tested on air. Oh, really?
That hurts.
Oh, okay.
Ouch. I have that's a good way to start the show. I have computer eyes today. They're all scratchy because I was looking at a giant monitor yesterday. Because I got to tell you, it's part. That's just part of it. The other part is a bit of an embarrassing story. Our own Danny, who was a great friend of mine, a good drinking buddy, for my birthday, he purchased me a universal remote. Now I got to tell you, I'm not. Any universal remote I've ever gotten has always been kind of like, these things are trouble.
It's always shitty.
Yeah. But this one had this special little twist to it. It's programmable through your computer. So I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So it's been sitting on my poker table. And Danny asked me.
Which, by the way, is your only piece of furniture.
Nah, I have a chair.
Yeah, a couple chairs and a poker table.
Chairs, poker table, and furniture in the dining room piled up. So Danny comes over the other day when we were ready to drive down to the gig down there at Camden. And he's in my house, and I realized I had told him when he asked me that I had indeed used the remote. And he comes in the house, and now I see the remote sitting on the table, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm a big fat liar.
Wait, why? It's on the table. Why are you a liar?
Because he had asked me beforehand, like a week before or something.
I think it was at the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, the Renaissance Fair. He goes, hey, so how do you like the remote? And I didn't want to feel like an ass and say that I didn't use it or anything. So I was like, oh yeah, it's great. It's great. I don't have to use any of the other remotes.
Wait, is it still in the package?
Oh, dude, not even open.
Ew.
So he comes in and he sees it on the table, and I know he saw it, but nothing was said. So I'm just sitting there looking at it going, oh, fuck, he had to have seen it.
Oh, you guys have like a real genuine friendship.
Dude, I was just... And the reason I said that was just I didn't want to be a douche like, yeah, you got it, and I haven't used it.
Here's what makes you awful.
Okay.
I probably would have lied to him, too. Because a universal remote's a nice thought. But
no, it's a real good one. It's not even just a universal remote.
There's no way to back out of it.
I can back out of this.
It's a real good one that I won't use.
It is. No,
this is high quality.
Do you think I'd be telling this story if it didn't have a resolution?
Yes.
Of course you would.
No, it has resolution.
That's the beauty of our show.
Here's the thing. It wasn't bad that you said, yeah. It was that you went, I don't use any other remotes. It was that you elaborated.
He forced me to elaborate.
Did you?
Yes, because he's got one. So when I said, yeah, he's like, aren't they great? It's like, you could just use it. And I'm like, yeah. And then I have to elaborate not knowing.
And he could have said anything.
Yes.
And you wouldn't have.
Yes.
Isn't it great when you press that one button and baby assholes just fall out like pink socks? Yes, that is great.
It could have been anything.
What a feature.
It could have been anything. But then I find out that he did indeed see it. And that I found out that I was just lying.
How'd you find
when
out?
I said that? My girlfriend. It's like Danny said something like, texted her and said, "I saw the remote sitting on the table." Anthony said he had used it, and then she just texted back, "Oh, he's lying to you. He's a liar."
Well, I just thought it was funny, that you had mentioned that. Oh, you're like, yeah, it's great. Yeah,
I thought the whole thing was funny. Like, yeah, that is like, and you should have seen me like looking at it and looking at you by the table, and I'm like, oh fuck, man, he sees it, and I told him that I used it.
Wait, did you? What did you say to Ann? Did you use the remote, and what did he say?
He was like, oh yeah, it's great.
Jumped right on
overact.
Oh, it's fantastic, Mr. Fabersham. That's a great remote. A great remote.
Because he must have read at least like the footnotes on the box.
I did.
I knew what to say.
I knew exactly what to say.
He at least pretended to know what he was talking about, so it almost seemed like, oh yeah, I guess he did use it. Yeah,
I read up on it on the box, but then, I didn't turn the sound on for poor pal talk. Poor bastard. Sorry. But then, that's as I said, it's got resolution. Last night, I plug it into the computer because I pass it by on the table. Now I'm feeling utter and complete guilt and stupidity. I feel like a douchebag asshole. So I see it and I'm like, something? Let me hook this up and see how this works. Plugged it in, programmed it. All you got to do is take your serial numbers off of your electronic things, your model number off of your electronics, DVD player, TV,
Are they on the
things
back,
like
though?
that. They're wherever the fuck they are.
Well, I got a TV mounted. How am I going to go to the back and find that?
You look it up online.
Oh,
a model number or something, or you just look at it.
Behind the wall.
Pull it down.
Yeah.
Now you just and then you pop it into the computer, and it knows exactly how it's supposed to work for the remote. And I used it last night.
It doesn't
and
rule.
Danny, I will now be honest with you and said it does indeed rule.
Really? You have one remote for everything?
Yeah, and it's my favorite thing in the world. It sounds like the stupidest thing, but it does everything I need it to do. I'm sick of awful shit remotes that don't work, so I finally got a good one that works. It controls every device in the house.
And the other remotes can teach it.
Yeah.
You can teach it.
Oh, that rocks. They're going to strangle
remote.
you someday.
So now my remote's going to strangle me?
Yeah, something's going to go awry.
It's good, though. You don't have to have 3 remotes on the bed as you're kicking them on the floor.
I have 3 remotes in my bed. You want to hear? This is a good story. I have 3 remotes in my bedroom, and in my living room I have 4.
See, that's crazy.
No.
That's 7.
Dude, you got to get this remote.
Listen to the lying sack of shit that is me. When you finally use it, it works wonders.
Yeah, I pimped out my
It's a Logitech. We'll give him a free plug.
I got that.
The Harmony 880.
You got the flat
Harmony 880.
You got the flat screen?
Can I see it?
That's I think
No,
that's
that's
one.
the
That's
1000 or something.
No, that's like the good one.
Yeah, I
that's
got
like
that.
the super good one.
Thank you, Sights and Sounds in Huntington.
Well, look at this.
And it's not a plug. It's not a plug hole. I'm paying.
You already have it. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is there a remote like Ozzy had in the first Osbournes where you everything's hooked?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
It does my lights, my blinds.
lights,
it does. It makes my coffee. Starts my car.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one that I got for Ant, but the one that Ope's talking about.
Hold on.
I got one of
It's
those
on the
for-
right. The
I
left
got
is a
that.
cradle.
I got the one you guys got for my bedroom, and then for the living room, I got the big Mac Daddy flat screen.
So you got the
remote.
The shit one you got for Ant. Now I want to see the one.
The shit one.
No, it's nice. It's good. I want the one. I want to see the one that the radio star bought for himself.
The shit one that actually fits in your hand and is comfortable to use.
Right.
So you don't
wait a minute.
So you don't have a tablet PC
I
in
got
your
the
lap?
flat one where it tells me what's on my iPod. Does that thing do that?
It doesn't.
I could look
course
at my
not.
iPod and see what's on my iPod.
I could start my iPod through my home system, and it'll show my iPod on the remote with all the songs on it.
Is that a touchscreen?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's
piece of shit.
No, the buttons are on the side.
Oh, wow,
and
impressive.
the things, whatever.
I got a touch screen.
And then you just touch on the side next to where it is on the screen.
I can't find mine in this.
Of course not. This fucking. They don't sell it on this garbage site. It's probably on a high tech site. Where you go to find Danny's? Fucking shitremotes.com.
No, it's not shitremotes.com.
I know where to find it. I know where to find it, E-Rock.
I felt bad enough.
I know where to find
I
it.
lied to my Danny.
Wow.
Go to the website you'reamillionaire.com.
That's a radio star.
There you
Wow.
go. There you go.
That's a remote.
How big is that?
It's about 5 feet.
It's actual size. Yeah, it's as big as the TV you're using.
Is that big, though?
It can't be that big. Stop it.
It's a bit large.
You have to use like 2 hands to use that thing.
Yeah, you do need 2 hands.
Wait, could I use? Let me
It
ask.
looks like a ColecoVision controller.
Nice.
Danny, if I buy this remote, can I use it in 2 different rooms?
Yeah, because what you do is it stores up to like 15 devices or something, but you set up by activity, so you could have activities for both different rooms. So you could customize what activities that you use in either room, and you could just simply take the remote back and forth from room to room.
Okay. Yeah.
It works for anything in your house.
Rules.
Anything that works by remote.
All right.
I like the idea.
The XM remote, don't need it.
No. I got my XM hooked up to my massive remote. All right.
Hey, wait,
Enough about the remote.
I like this remote.
Well, I just had to say that because I was feeling so guilty.
Well, it's all good.
The guilt was just...
Like, what do you think? I saw it sitting there and went, "Oh, that Anthony, what an asshole!"
Yes, because I would have.
Yeah, but that's what anybody's going to do in that situation.
I was trying to offer you beer to keep you away from. Get in the fridge, there's a beer in there, Danny. Fetch, get a beer.
But he elaborated. That was the problem. It wasn't that he lied. 'Cause we all would have lied.
Shut up.
It was his enthusiasm. Yes,
I elaborated. Because Danny, it kind of like elaborated. It's like you use the remote. Oh, and I was like, oh yeah. And then he's like, isn't it great? It like replaces all. I was like, yeah, it replaces all of them.
Like, yeah, you just plug it right into the PC.
Into the computer, and you just program it. I knew about it.
Kelly Force from Charlotte, North Carolina. Mine's a touchscreen with a picture of our doggy on the home page.
Adorable.
I want to get a universal remote, but I've never had good luck.
All right.
This is a good one, Jim.
Yeah.
I have so many.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's nutty. It's a battery eater, if I might.
All right.
This one comes with a rechargeable base.
Yes.
You never have to buy batteries.
Of course not.
All right. Enough about the remote.
Love it.
Pat from Madison, Wisconsin. What happened to the program yesterday? It cut off during the Hughley interview near the end of the show. God, you got to linger longer. I'll give you 3 options. It was trickery.
Treachery.
It was XM pulling the plug because they didn't like the language. Or there was, I need a 3rd option. There was a power outage.
Well, you need a 4th option, too.
Ron and Fez.
Somebody's unused universal remote.
Enough about the remote!
It wasn't
It certainly was.
Now it is used.
Not a fingerprint on it. Still smells like the new electronics.
You're a douche.
You know that smell you get when something comes out of the package? Fucking great! It's made my life better!
He's such a fucking instigator.
What do you do? Just hold it in the box and point at the TV? Go! It's still unopened?
You hate that this is over with.
I know.
You hate that it's done.
I just want him to remember one more fact, like, that's right, he did say that.
I'm going to be like Belichick. It's over. It's behind us. I want to move forward.
All right.
I want to move forward.
And that's what we do. Jess, it looks like? Jess writes from Kansas City, please host a crappy parody song contest. Who can make the worst one? It's not a bad idea.
Crappy song parody.
But you have to, like
that.
You got to follow the Morning Zoo format.
Shoehorn the words
in.
in.
It has to sound like something. Like it would be a good song.
Not like a garbage, just bad music and bad singing, but a bad song parody.
Yeah, production-wise, we want it to sound like it's something good.
Shoehorn words in and just make it unfunny. Doesn't make sense.
It's not a bad idea.
That is good.
Why the fuck is Howie Mandel calling us when he could come in?
I'm wondering if that's a replay. They're showing all of these co-hosts that have.
I mean, we love Howie Mandel. Last time he was in here, we had a great time with him.
I don't know if he's live.
Howie was in L.A.
He's in L.A.?
He just did Leno.
It's in L.A., I think.
But what about a replay? I'm guessing it's pre-taped to replay because they're showing all these co-hosts.
Is it?
Well, he's taping, or they're doing that show.
What?
The show he's plugging, the Deal or No Deal, and that tapes out in L.A., so.
When did he do Leno?
I don't know.
Oh. So who just said Leno?
Yeah, look, they got like decorations up and stuff.
Well, Howie was a co-host.
What is he?
This is when, this is a repeat, I guess. Welcome back, Regis. That was After His Heart.
How many fucking repeats are they going to show at this guy? Every day's a replay. What is he doing? Jesus Christ.
All right, anyway.
Was he going to do a live remote?
I just saw Howie Mandel, and I know he's calling the show today, and we like when he comes in. He was great when he was on the show last time.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Crappy song parody contest?
Yeah, I like it.
I like it, too. There's a lot of talented listeners out there.
Yep.
Huh? Send bad parody songs to Sam.
Sam. At what?
At what? At FoundryMusic.com. F-O-U-N-D, F-O-U-N-D-R-Y music.com.
I'll instantly get a watermark.
Yeah, no kidding. And then we got this coming in, The Game from South Jersey. I went with Howard to satellite thinking I can listen to O&A on WISP.
Okay, so then
There's some logic there, so you get you hear, you can't pay for two satellite companies. I get it.
Yeah.
People are on budget, so this person was thinking, all right, I'll get satellite for Howard, and I'll still listen to my O&A on YSP.
Mm-hmm.
The Game continues. I can listen to. Okay, he is awful. Howard is awful. He had a chance to bring the gold with D.L. Hughley today, but no. Let's talk about Beth and the Hamptons. What? I owe you both a huge apology. I'm stupid and deserve to die.
I have been reading certain things that even hardcore fans are just finding it unbearable.
Unlistenable?
Unbearable. Well, have fun over there. Whatever. Once the merger goes through, we're screwed anyway.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, the paper's writing.
I don't know about that.
Dang.
Paper's writing about what, Ope?
I don't know.
We were talking about Mel yesterday. Mel's... I don't know where we stand with Mel. Mel was our boss back in the day. He pretty much was, I guess, the one that officially fired us for the Sex for Sam thing, and we haven't talked to him since. The merger's going through. It was told to us from some very reliable sources at XM that Mel was going to contact us and tell us not to worry. That contact was supposed to happen, safe to say, 6 months ago.
Yeah,
and it was supposed to happen within a week, and. Within a week passed, and so did 6 months.
I just think there's issues also about the CEO of that company calling employees of this company. I think there's a huge problem.
I hope so.
During the merger trying to go through.
I hope so, because if there's a merger, we want to continue, obviously.
Once it happens, maybe then he would be able to. It might be very awkward.
Well,
yeah.
Morning host Opie and Anthony were musing Monday whether their XM show will survive if XM and Sirius merge. This much is certain. A lot of shows won't. Sirius CEO Mel Karmazin says a firm has been hired to identify where the merged company could save hundreds of millions of dollars, and you could bet some of those savings are on the air.
Destroy.
I know where you could save $100 million a year.
Clicking around the hallways, just burning people up, zapping people. And then I hear tell that Bubba, Howie's buddy Bubba the Love Sponge, Fat Clem, isn't very happy over there. They're trying to go through some negotiations, and apparently they treat him like shit over there, is what he says.
He's not getting the money.
He's not getting the money he wants.
But he's Howard's boy.
And, well, apparently Howard is saying...
I guess that didn't work out for you, huh, Bubba?
Bubba's kissing Howard's ass, saying that he's...
And this is exactly what we told
so
Bubba.
Happy.
Through our radio show.
Exactly.
You're kissing Howard's ass and thinking your friends. Howard's not going to help
and
you.
You're just going to get
shit about
fucked in your fat ass by that guy.
We told you months ago.
Howard cares about Howard. Period.
You played right into the bullshit.
So you sit there on your fat ass and write blogs about how Howard's the best. Love him, and he's been very supportive through this time and everything. And he's not been, because Howard is saying that, Bubba, I didn't hire Bubba. He actually says this. I didn't hire him. The company hired him. And, I hope they could work things out. But the same thing is how they fucked over Jackie Martling, how he fucked over Jackie Martling. Hey, it's the company. It's not me. So he sits there making $500 million. And his buddy, Bubba, who, is on his channel, it's Howard, and that's it. And then Bubba sits on his channel and gets no financial support, no going to the boss and going, hey, I need this guy on my channel. I'd like that. Go to bat for him. Just doesn't happen.
I I'm not going to say I'm sad about it. I don't like Bubba.
Oh, I don't care either. I could give a flying fuck if the guy never does radio again.
We just find it funny.
I find it hysterical that the guy didn't listen
to what we said.
To people that actually knew, that experience. See, the problem with that fat douchebag is he never worked for the same company as Howard. He never had to deal with Howard on a one-to-one working relationship with the same boss, the same company, and he never saw what kind of a guy he was. We did. We had that experience. So he goes in there thinking it's all great, everyone's happy, they go over to satellite, and then as time goes on, oh well, you realize you're fucking not his friend, you're not his
and he's
fucking
not going to do anything for you.
Loyal coworker, he's not going to do anything for you, and now you sit there struggling, now he's hoping he can get a job in terrestrial. Well, join the fucking club. Huh? What was he saying when we went over there? Wasn't it that we failed so miserably on satellite that we had to go back to terrestrial? Yeah. Isn't that what he was saying?
Yeah,
So what happened? Bubba, you failing so badly on satellite that you're looking to get back on terrestrial?
We failed so bad on satellite that we decided to add another million and a half list.
Right. What's good for the goose is good for the elephant. You fat fuck.
All right, that's it for that. Chris in Utah, what's up?
Is it?
Yes!
I didn't think I was done.
Oh, you are? All right, hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute, Utah
Hold on
boy.
a minute. I'm sorry, Anthony.
I'm done.
All right. Chris in Utah.
So I tell you, I think I'm the only asshole with a WOW sticker in Salt Lake City.
Hold on, I can't hear you because one of the killers from the Star Chamber just walked in. Okay.
Holy shit.
Wow, that's good, Jimmy.
Sorry.
Wow, thank God I had just recently seen that with my new remote.
Yes.
Yes. Speaking of remote.
I didn't mean to watch
the remote.
You were trying to turn on the fucking stereo and the TV came on. Shitdickremotes.com. Shaking it in the package. In the package. I love the remote. It's changing my life. It's a paperweight. It's a door jam. Everything but what you designed it to be, you drunkard.
Let's go to Chris in Utah. Speaking of remotes. Yes.
Your birthday embarrassment.
Happy Endings was fucking awesome.
What?
Happy Endings was awesome.
He don't care. He's receiving his pancakes.
Pancakes.
Broad.
All right.
Thank you.
I work for Best Buy in Salt Lake City, and that remote is fucking awesome.
Ah.
Thank you, sir.
You called for that, huh?
And it will blow you.
You called for that, huh?
All right. Let's say hi to Brad in New Jersey. Brad.
Hey, guys.
Show Utah how to do radio. Let's go.
Brad.
Let's go, Brad.
I had the misfortune, guys, of hearing Howard this morning for like 10 friggin' minutes. And I tell you what, my wife, who is a devoted listener to him, even she's getting annoyed with him. Like, she was bitching and moaning yesterday Howard was bitching about Betho, and I guess reading page 6 about somebody wrote that Howard's going to get cold feet about getting married. And even my wife, who's listened to Howard for years, says, who cares? And who's Betho anyway? She's nobody. It's all about Howard.
She's future Mrs. Howard Stern.
How's Howard's voice?
You know what? It's funny you say that, because I was specifically listening to the sound of the dentures as he was speaking.
For the teeth like shattering around?
We don't know if he has dentures. It's been rumored, but we're hearing something different in his voice.
Well, somebody was up in the house and saw a glass with dentures in it in his master bathroom. And then you listen to some tapes of him or something.
We got that tape again?
Yeah, and it kind of sounds like it sounds like when somebody's trying to talk around their dentures.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to Vostok. It's horrible.
We just find it funny because back in the day, Howard would make fun of everyone.
Yeah.
Anyone that just wouldn't speak properly. Whether they had a speech impediment or used the wrong words or didn't pronounce them properly.
He's not even relevant anymore. He's horrible.
All right,
bananas on your...
These are healthy pancakes.
What do you have? Pancakes? It looks like...
What do you got, Jimmy?
What's in them?
Pancakes. They're made like with, I don't know, Kenny had a printout of what they are.
Of course he did.
Hold on.
I have a printout.
Does Renee know?
These are the ingredients.
Renee, do you know what these are? Renee. Thank you. Jesus.
Renee, did you find them funny?
Yes.
Pancakes are hysterical.
Yeah, she wrote a little song parody about it. They're called Alexis's Healthiest Blueberry Buckwheat Pancakes. All natural, organic, eggless, Buckwheat pancakes made with high-fiber, cholesterol-free oat milk and with blueberries.
I'm already
Oh, I thought this is like a weird type of a pancake.
It sounds like it tastes like shit.
Well, I'll give you
all the good stuff is out of it.
Well, I just
eggless.
I want to eat it healthier.
Eggless. We replaced the eggs with tofu. How is it, Jim?
I've had better.
It's dry and mealy and grainy.
You got it. I mean,
it's all right.
All right.
I want to eat a little healthier.
You know what I hate?
I understand, but if you're going to have pancakes, you should have pancakes.
No, it's remote control gifts. You suck. They're not going to leave me alone. No, I hate commercials where people are walking around at work or outside with a cereal bowl and a spoon eating cereal.
Why?
Like at the workplace. No, that's how like radio people have to eat. But like you wouldn't be. See, you ever see like the construction worker? There's a new one for some brand flake shit. Make your shit fucking tighter cereal, and it's a construction worker on a job site with a bowl in his hand with milk and a cereal, and he's eating, walking around. No one fucking does that. I just had to bring it up.
They should show me.
It annoys the piss out of me. No, because a lot of other cereal companies are doing that, and then they try to bullshit us like the employees from fucking Post are out in not an SUV, in
a van,
a big recreational vehicle, handing cereal out to people.
Well, they do though.
No, they don't, and they're still wearing their factory clothes, dude. They're going around the country in this RV, giving away cereal with their factory hair plastic things on. And the Google-eyed woman, well, we make a lot of breakfast cereal. Do you? Stop with the eating cereal outside. No one does it.
Reading from Wagbag. Howard had that guy from Page 6 on yesterday, who kisses Howard's ass, by the way, Richard Johnson. And Howard said that he didn't have dentures, that it was a mouthpiece he wears when he goes to bed. When he goes to beddy boy.
Wait, what's that about?
I hope the mouthpiece is a cock.
Mouthpiece.
And someone's asking, Jimmy, how does Joe Nolan's face taste?
What?
Well, it's Scott, not Joe Nolan.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Oh, I got tricked, too, by that false information. All right.
That construction worker an hour after he eats his CW Post, drinking a Miller Lite and shitting into a spackle bucket. A nice liquidy breakfast shit into a spackle bucket because he's hungover.
Yes.
Why is everyone saying look at Drudge? What's up on Drudge now? Let's say hi to Kelly in Wisconsin. Kelly!
Hey, guys. I wanted to try to bring back the pirate bit.
Okay.
Who does a pirate like to vote for? Paul R. Nelson.
All right, very good. I should have known it was from Wisconsin there. Let's go to Dusty in Washington. Dusty!
Hey, what's happening, guys? Hey, get this. Hey. I got stuck in fucking traffic, right? I got stuck next to some asshole listening to Howard Stern on his radio.
Yep.
And, of course, it overpowers my radio. So, in traffic, I had to listen to Howard Stern instead of you guys, and it pissed me off. It ruined my whole fucking day.
Is he good?
Fuck no, he's not good. He talks to that other bitch on there, and it was totally unentertaining. I was actually almost ready to turn on terrestrial radio.
You know, he had his day, man. You know.
Certainly did.
And he's got a great payday now, so, you know, God bless him.
God bless.
But he's not doing, no one's talking about his show anymore, unless we do. Jason on Long Island.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Listen, the lowdown on Howard's teeth is he doesn't have dentures. He has dental veneers. He had them put on because years ago, as you know, a lot of people know he had OCD. He would brush his teeth like 6 times a day. He wore down his gums. He had to have dental veneers put on.
Oh, that's your.
Hold on, E-Rock.
That's what you're saying.
E-Rock has a statement about this.
Yes, E-Rock.
I'm sorry.
What did you say?
I said you can't wear out your gums from brushing your teeth too much.
Yes, you can. Jesus.
The irony is.
The irony is.
You're kidding, right?
How would he know?
do brush my teeth, Jim.
Dude,
how did you find that out?
Are you kidding? I wore away one of my gums.
Because you absolutely can.
I got an issue.
Yeah.
With one of my tooth on the left side.
From brushing too much.
From brushing too much, I brush some of the gum away.
Opie has a food pocket.
I do have a food pocket, too, Jimmy, yes. Thanks for letting everyone know that. All right, thank you, Jason. That's what Jason's saying is going on there. We know something's going on with his voice.
Eric, you're on the air.
Howard, I wanted to take a second and tell you an experience about Howard TV. The experience is amazing. The great thing about Howard TV is that the other night I wasn't feeling well, and usually I turn it on to go to sleep. And I come into the menu.
We want to hear Howard.
I know. I just want to hear him talking over his.
By the way, what a bad
censors.
endorsement. I usually turn it on to go to sleep.
To go to sleep. Action packed.
Good point. A couple more here. Let's say hi to Oscar in New Jersey. Oscar.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Welcome aboard.
Hey.
Quick question for you in regards to 94.1 going to rock.
94.1 WISP. The Rock is back in Philly, yes.
Yeah, well, they got rid of Kid Chris. He's like spinning records now and talking for like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm sure he'll talk more. Kid Chris is a very, very adaptable radio guy.
A lot of Kid Chris fans are not happy about that.
Yeah.
I've heard that they're slowly but surely going to start dropping records. They just want to establish the fact that YSP's back. There's a bunch of rock stations in town, and they want to start that whole radio war again down there. And they need Kid Chris's cooperation. And then when they establish the Rock, then they're going to have him drop some records and get his show back going.
They know how successful. They know how successful he is down there and how popular he is down there.
Yeah, but so why are they alienating the people that tune in every day for 4 hours by playing
All right,
shitty
just ignore
rock?
the explanation Ope just gave you. Just ask the same question. Ope just told you exactly why they're doing that, and that it won't last.
Well, it didn't
And
work
you
for
just
me. It didn't work for me. I don't like it.
Yeah, I understand. There's a lot of Kid Chris fans that are not happy. I personally think they could have still established the Rock image and have Kid Chris continue with his show. Maybe have him play a couple records just to have some rock going on. But, he's playing nothing but rock and talking for, a couple minutes an hour or something, right?
Sucks. All right. You guys have
that's the explanation, Oscar. I don't know what else to tell you.
these suits, they're the suits. They're just idiots. I don't understand why they would do
easy
it,
with that talk.
Yeah, man.
You're not going to get an argument from me about the suit thing.
We hate the suits.
All right, Oscar. Well, that's your explanation, and like it or not, I mean, that's what they're thinking down there in Philly. All right, man. Let's say hi to Brian in Buffalo. Brian?
Ramon! Jimmy's dad is a cuckold.
My dad's a cuckold.
Cuckold.
All right.
This goddamn Jesse Jackson.
What happened?
I went to Drudge Report.
Oh, okay.
Well, we were chatting, and apparently Jesse Jackson has said that he's criticizing presidential hopeful and Illinois Senator Barack Obama for, quote, acting like he's white. That's what Jesse Jackson has said.
Why is that okay?
A big tip?
He's acting like he's white.
Why the fuck is that okay to say?
And why is that a bad thing? And why is it? Why is he allowed to say it, first of all? And then you think, oh, he's acting like he's white. Maybe he's trying to appeal to the entire country. I'll even throw a Barack Obama a bone here. I will say that he's trying to appeal to the entire country.
To a larger...
Yeah. That's why Jesse Jackson, during his run for president, and stupid Al Sharpton never get anywhere because they appeal to their own people, period. Oh, the whole country is not just black people. So you got to appeal to the entire country. And this is his problem. Because of the black guys that were accused, the Jenna 6, they're calling them. They were arrested on attempted murder charges for beating the shit out of a white kid. And for some reason, black people, black leaders are up in arms that they're in trouble. Now, if it was 6 white guys that beat up a black guy, the black leaders would be all over that case saying, you got to prosecute, this is a hate crime. But now it's 6 black guys that beat the shit out of a white guy, and they're saying that, oh my God, they ought to be let go, this is racism. What the fuck is this? What is this? One or the other?
Jesse Jackson is a googly-eyed cunt.
A goon. An asshole. He is an asshole. How can these guys have any credibility when all they do is completely flip-flop on stuff based totally on race?
Listen, they don't have real credibility. They are, somebody in CORE was telling me this, the Congress of Racial Equality, the more conservative black organization, that guys like Sharpton and guys like Jesse Jackson are very safe because they're no real threat. They're clowns.
Yeah.
They're no real threat. They get a lot of press. They do get shit done. They get people fired, lip service, but they're no threat to anything because they are seen as clowns. So they're never going to truly win anything.
Yeah.
I like Obama is a different guy because he's a guy that could actually win something. I mean, if you're worried about black people being in power, he's a guy you have to worry about because he's legitimate.
He's got a legitimate shot.
Of course he does, and he has like legitimate views on issues, and he can debate on issues and talk about issues and not be racially obsessed, which is it's a very if you don't want black people to win anything for real, Jackson and Sharpton, as loud as they are great guys to have there.
Prime examples, of people that aren't going to get anywhere.
But they'll always be in the mix, but they'll never really win because they're clowns. And like if you want to look at it like that, those are guys that are
and they're racists.
Of course they are.
They are such racists that they cannot get other people of other races to support them. White people do not support Reverend Al Sharpton and his ideology because his ideology is racist. It is based in race. Period. The guy doesn't care about solving problems or injustice. He cares about the color of people's skin, and that's what he's basing everything he does on. And so is Jesse Jackson. Barack Obama is acting like he's white, is what Jackson said. That should be something that now Jackson has to turn around and fucking apologize for. I'd love to see an outrage and go, what does that mean? He's acting white. If you took a candidate and said, oh, they're acting black, there would be a fucking riot.
Is he acting white? Why? Is he a lacrosse player that was falsely accused of raping a black chick?
Yeah, is that it?
Some cunt. Jesse Jackson is a...
Is he acting like an innocent couple, a white guy and a white girl going out and getting raped and murdered and getting his dick cut off and shoved in his mouth by 6 black people?
You never hear
that
about
you
that.
never hear in the news?
Nope.
That has never made the national news.
Christopher something, and I forget his girlfriend's name. They raped her for like 3 days.
Raped her for 3 fucking days.
It was one of the most barbaric crimes ever.
Right.
And again, these guys are criminals. They should be executed. But you just don't hear about the racial angle.
Yeah.
Because even to minorities are expected to behave that way. That's why in Newark, they're not. Why is there no protest? 3 black students were executed, and a 4th one was shot in the head and lived.
Yeah.
But it was not by other black people. It was by other minority group.
Yeah.
So that is acceptable to black people that another minority group would do that, and there's no racial involvement. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
By the way, this is coming in from Travis. Blacks don't really want the Gen 6 to be released. They just don't think they should have been charged with what they were charged with.
Okay.
So the conviction should be overturned because they were unfairly charged.
There's always got to be a problem. Please.
So there you go.
Just stop. There's always got to be some fucking problem. Enough. I've just been, it's infuriating. Go to break.com and put in robbery, surveillance, robberies. You will just sit there, and it is a cavalcade of armed robberies and some of the most violent crimes you will see on surveillance cameras. And I don't know the ifs, ands, buts, or whys of it, but 99% of them are black people, black guys, coming in and just whapping a woman over the head with a gallon bottle right across the head. Another guy walks in and just cold-bloodedly shoots the clerk behind the counter.
And these videos you can just check out on break.com?
Just watching them all night. And is it at the agenda of break.com that they're just putting these videos on to show to like get people all heated up? Or are these the ones that are available? I really want to see more people committing robberies. More white people.
Well, here's a white clerk.
This, I think she just gets
Here's a white guy at
punched
the
in the
counter,
face or something.
paying for something.
And then the black guy behind him.
There's somebody behind the white guy as he's paying for something.
It's just infuriating.
At like a convenience store
I don't know.
type of place.
These are issues that really have to be addressed instead of fucking Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton trying to...
All right. White guy
Trying to get their name in the news.
There's a white guy in. That's a white guy.
Oh, they're the white guy. I didn't say they're all black guys.
So far... Oh, my God. What did he just pull out?
Sword?
Oh, they pull it. Oh, believe me, they pull out a bigger machete. And
That was a machete?
Chase him down the street.
All right, so the white guy has now pulled out a machete, but he's getting the money.
Pretty big knife.
Thanks for proving my point, Iraq, by pulling up the only white guy that robbed the fucking store. That was pretty much it.
And the guy's leaving with his...
What are you doing? I was trying to watch that. Why'd you take it off?
He
What,
just
are you a
gets him with a
racist?
machete.
Yeah,
what are you, racist?
He leaves with his machete.
He leaves. I must say, the black guys are really good at it, though. The white guys always get chased out.
Wait, then the clerk pulls out a bigger machete.
So she should lop his hand off right there
go for the hand.
as he's reaching over the register. But then she gives it to a guy.
And then what happens?
And then the guy chases him out.
Chases him out with the bigger machete?
Yeah. It's no big deal. This isn't even a good one. God, Iraq, you suck. You can't even randomly pick a good fucking
I know.
clip.
It's a guy stealing a pack of Orbit.
There's
there's
hundreds of those where all you see are violent shootings and bottles upside the head and punches in the face. There's one where this woman, the guy points and goes, "Could I have one of those?" And she turns her head for a second. This guy punches this woman in the face so fucking hard, she goes down and is gone.
All right,
just lights out.
All right, we'll check out the videos.
You got a break. Just
during the break.
have fun with it. Put a link up on the website.
Well, I'll say about Jesse Jackson, it is the headline on Drudge. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, you know what'll happen? Nothing. He's fucking royalty in this country. No one wants to touch him.
But if there's a problem with the radio station, the heads of the radio companies will still sit down with this fuckface and talk to him like he's a legitimate social leader.
This guy. Oh, just rewind that to the beginning. Watch the guy comes in and just pop, 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 shoots him. They're milling about, all ready to rob. This guy just comes in, pop, pop, shoots him. Jumps over the counter, shoots him some more.
Wow. He's dead, right?
Oh, yeah. No, that guy, he's still alive, believe it or not.
How do you know? They give you updates on these people?
He comes running out after they all leave.
How many?
And then another guy walks in, and the guy's bleeding. He's shot. He's trying to walk out the door, and the guy walking in goes, "Give me 5 on 1."
Wait, you can hear
Give me
audio?
5 on 1. He's asking for $5 on pump number 1.
How many?
The guy's all shot up.
How many guys were involved in the robbery?
I don't know, like 4. Yeah. 4 of them came in.
Fucking piece.
But you could hear the audio in these videos?
Yeah, some of them, they have audio. The one where the woman gets it upside the head with the big bottle of booze, you can hear the audio, the screams. It is a giant bottle. You got to find that one.
Okay, let's find some of those as we go to break. Hey, Drew Boogie, we're going to play this again. There's kind of like a techno war thing happening. The other day we were doing our techno fart remixes.
Of course we were.
Anthony is just a mix master with with the farts and
a mix master
and the us. So then Coke Logic sent one in yesterday, remixing some of the sounds from the show, and we got this one in today from Drew Boogie.
Can I raise 1 point?
Yeah.
Eggless pancakes suck a duke.
Of course they do.
Eggless pancakes.
I feel bad because Jimmy was craving pancakes all morning, and then he finally went for it. And look, he should just went for the.
Why don't you get the vaginaless woman?
Because then there's no purpose to it.
Right. Exactly.
It's like a juiceless vag.
Wait, hold on. Did I just?
What? I'm the only one?
No. I'm so disgusted with myself that I took your joke.
Yes,
and
sir.
Thought I was making a clever joke when all I was doing was stealing and explaining yours, but without the humor. What a shithead I am. You know what you should do with that joke? Leave it on the kitchen table unwrapped, and then just tell me you enjoyed it.
You just told an eggless joke.
Yeah.
I just did.
Ladies, get out your glow sticks. It's Drew Boogie.
Ooh.
die. Ush.
Oh, like body rock, body rock.
Just been pwned.
Oh my goodness gracious! I like to make werewolf movies. Oh, ow, oh, movies. Oh, ow, oh, ow, oh. Wow.
Just been pwned. Ush. Die. Ush.
Oh, like body rock.
Just been pwned.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony.
Not cool. We got a big star that just waited 10 minutes on the phone line. Howie.
Hello.
Sorry to make you wait, Howie.
It's okay, buddy.
Howie Mandel, everyone, from Deal or No Deal.
Yes.
Thank you.
We were talking recently about how we had a great time with you last time you were on the show.
Oh, thank you. I am fun to be with. I am.
You're like,
can we tell you something? I'm with me a lot, and I'm telling you, I'm enjoying myself.
And then I was wondering, why isn't Howie live in the studio with us? Then I was starting to think, man, maybe we scared him off because we were doing all that OCD stuff to him.
It's actually better. I don't really like these phone deals, so I would be better to be there. But I'm in L.A., and I'm shooting Deal or No Deal, and I didn't make even a New York trip.
Right, okay.
I will be there, I promise.
Do you have a list of stations you just got to do one after another?
That's exactly how this works. I've been up for hours, and then I'm not even dialing. I call this one number, and this lady hooks me in. I think she's on the line. She listens.
Right. Yeah, they always listen, so that way they could go, this call's over if we get inappropriate.
Right. I don't really know. I don't know how this works, but I get up really early. I'm in my home in Los Angeles.
Right.
And I call this lady, and she called you. But I was happy to see that you were on the list. In fact, right before you, I was in Arkansas.
Yeah, you get to go all over the country from your
I'm traveling
your bedroom
without leaving my room.
No, it's very early in Los Angeles. Are you in bed right now? Be honest.
No, because my wife's in bed and she's sleeping, so I'm in a little dark room downstairs on a phone.
Okay, I was wondering.
Wireless, cordless phone. I'm sitting in a corner, kind of in a fetal position.
Because I've done conference calls in bed, completely nude.
You say it like that's going to turn me on. No.
No, there's something really passive-aggressive about that,
You've been able to do. That's wonderful. That's
well, Anthony and I, we have to call each other a lot for the radio show, and we have no problem telling each other, I'm taking this phone call from the bowl.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the bowl.
I'm nude taking a crap as we discuss business here.
It's funny when people will say I'm taking a crap or I'm doing that or you caught me in the toilet. People have they're not, people aren't embarrassed about that. And that's okay. We're all human and we all do that. It amazes me on the phone what people do get embarrassed about. Like, you ever call somebody like at 4 in the morning or 3 in the morning, you dial it and they'll answer, hello, and you go, did I wake you up? And they go, no.
Yeah, why is that? No, I was.
They were sleeping. God forbid. You can know I'm taking a crap. I'm sitting here. I'm talking to you. I'm taking a crap. I can't get off the pot. But God forbid you should know I'm sleeping.
No, it's just burying a body.
I was not sleeping. Why would you think I was sleeping? I'm not sleeping. Don't accuse me of sleeping. So that's what.
Now this. Do Deal or No Deal started in October 2005. It's been 2 years already?
It's been 2 years. It's amazing.
Damn.
It's
That went
amazing.
fast,
We're doing
huh?
our third season. Tonight you got to watch, because tonight they got this NFL show. There's NFL superstars, and people at home can win $1 million just by playing the Lucky Case game. But that's not even the reason to watch. And we're starting $1 million mission, and somebody can win, not tonight, but it's coming up, $100 million. But tonight, because of the NFL theme, the girls are wearing just NFL jerseys. 2 words.
Oh, nice. Sexing up the show a little bit.
I got to tell you, Howie, and I don't want them to, hang up on this. It is the dumbest show, but I love it because of Howie Mandel.
On this, the truth of the matter is, when it was offered to me, I didn't get it. I said, "There's no show. There's no game. There's no trivia. There's no stunts. There's no
game.
There's just a bunch of brief."
It's hard to imagine now, but when they described the game to me, and they told me that it's an hour, somebody's going to pick a case. They're going to have these 26 hotties holding case. Somebody picks a case, and then we'll open 6, and then we'll open 5, and we'll see what's inside, and then we'll keep making them offers. I didn't think there was a show. I didn't see it, and that's why I taped it and flew to South America so I wouldn't be embarrassed when it aired. I didn't know that there is a show, and the show is just to watch these characters. Just to watch how people react under this kind of pressure, and hopefully somebody walks out of there with $1 million. But, and they sometimes even on our first episode on Monday night, people crash and burn. She went home with $25.
Nice.
There's no reason to go home with $25. The real
Yeah, you really do make the show, Howie, just how you interact, and you just play it up perfectly. Did you guys throw any other new angles into the show this year?
There are going to be some surprises and some ways of playing the show. Obviously the $1 million for a home viewer, but I mean we're actually going to have some contests going on with from player to player in upcoming episodes. And there's going to be some additional little twists and turns. We try to shake it up more for ourselves. We have to show up and do every game we do. So we're just trying to figure out more fun ways to do it. And the fact that there's going to be $100 million game is absolutely huge. And also the $1 million mission, which is anytime somebody walks out without $1 million, we're going to add another $1 million case. So, right now you got pretty good odds, 1 out of 26 chance of hitting the $1 million case. So if they don't get the $1 million case or stay in for the whole game, then we'll have 2 cases with $1 million, 3 cases with $1 million, 4 cases with $1 million.
Oh, progressive each week?
Damn.
Yes. Or each player, not necessarily each week. It could be.
Okay.
You guys really want to give it away, don't you?
We're trying, but it's been tough so far. I think the highest amount so far has been $750,000, which is nothing to sneeze at. So so there'll be a lot of twists.
It is kind of rough to go on when the money gets so high and you're like, I could get $1 million or I could get real crap.
But that's what really presents the what's the word I was trying to? That's the dilemma, yeah. But because no one ever waits to the end to see that they actually picked the $1 million because the offers are so great.
Yeah,
near the end.
The one woman who walked out with $750,000. There were 2 cases left, $750,000 and $1 million, and she had an $880,000 offer. So she said no deal to the $880,000, as I probably would have too.
Yeah, at that point you got to go for the $1 million.
Right. Yes. And she got the $750,000, obviously, huh?
Yeah, she got the $750,000.
How many times have the contestants picked the $1 million case?
You would be surprised, and so would I. It's a lot.
I've seen it a bunch of times.
It's a 1 out of 26 chance. There's been a lot. I don't have the stats in front of me, but a lot of times, and that is heartbreaking too, because you get out and you dump out at $100,000 or even $200,000, and you had the feeling, and then you sold your $1 million case for $200,000, which is you watch people and they get so disappointed, but you're walking out with almost $250,000. Don't be disappointed, but
yeah, but they're thinking, I could have been. Been $1 million.
Ones, and they actually cut it out because it was just too much for them. But it was not funny, but it's interesting. One of the women that had the $1 million case, she picks the case, and I said, "Why did you pick the case?" And she said to me, "Howie, last night the light came into my room, and the Lord Himself sat on my bed and told me to pick 14." And at first, I was flattered that the Lord even watches my game, plays it, has input into my game. And she goes, and then the game goes on, and she goes, the Lord told me to stick with my case, so I'm going to say no deal because you got to have the faith. You got to have the faith. And we're offering her $50,000, $75,000. I got to have the faith, no deal. $150,000. I got to have the faith, no deal. I got to have the faith, no deal. And then we offer her something like $300,000 or $200,000, and she goes, deal. I can't go on. What happened was she knocks out the 750, she knocks out the 500, so there's only one case left with the big money, and then it's like $5, $6. She's got like a $300,000 offer, and then all the low monies, and she goes, deal. I got to take it. I lost the faith. You know what I mean? I got to take it. I guarantee $300,000, and we opened her case, and her case had the $1 million in it.
Why'd they cut that?
No way.
I swear. Her case had the $1 million in it, and she just passed out cold. They left the Lord and the Jesus out of they cut it out of the show, but
why did they cut the Jesus out of the show?
Yeah, why? That's great. I mean,
that would have made great TV.
Because it shows you he was right.
Right. Yeah, the Lord was right. Boy, she's got some splaining to do.
He's been our smartest contestant so far, apparently.
Yeah, it's not like Jesus told her to pick a $75 case. He gave her the right number.
Yes. So there's been things where they had the faith. She should have kept the faith. So she had $1 million case.
That's really interesting.
It is.
What's the dumbest question people have asked you during this radio tour?
The dumbest question that people have asked me during this particular radio tour?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of a dumb question. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what a dumb question is.
He's asleep through half of these, yeah, I'm sure. You just got to...
This is really early in the morning in L.A.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, what are you wearing? And it's more like just an obscene phone call than a radio interview.
What are you wearing? I'm going to say it's like some sort of a spacesuit.
I say a robe with an ascot.
Really? No,
yeah.
I'm just wrapped in tinfoil. My day.
Damn.
Keeps me fresh for the rest of the day. I'm naked, wrapped in tinfoil.
Hey, Howie, how's the OCD? How's the OCD?
Say that again?
How's the OCD? Because you have a lot of interaction with a lot of different people with deal and no deal.
Interaction, OCD is you obsess about things that make no sense. I just can't shake hands. I could hug. I did a show the other day and something dropped on the floor and I ended up putting it near my mouth and I actually was okay with that for some reason. But I can't shake hands. I count things. I have different rituals. So and OCD has ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm better. Sometimes it's hard to get past the moment and function. But I have a terrific therapist who I've moved into a countless number of tax brackets. Who is really the winning? Who's the winning person? I got a hit show. She has a hit client.
Yeah, there you go. My mom has it really bad, so it's a nightmare.
I have a question.
But not all the time, right? It's ebbs and flows, right?
It certainly is an ebb and flow thing.
When you shake hands,
well, you weren't like that yesterday,
Right.
People are always trying to reason with me,
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason to it.
There isn't a rhyme or reason, and that's why you obsess. And and you have these compulsions to do things, and you have the need to do things. But maybe yesterday in the exact same spot, I didn't have the need. So, people are always trying to challenge me on it. But that's my thing. Mental health. I actually got to go to Washington and talk to the Senate about mental health issues, which was pretty cool. I don't know if nothing's going to change, but it was great to do.
When you shake hands, is there like a thought that will go through your head, or is it just?
I don't shake hands.
Well, I'm saying if you
in a long time, I don't.
He does a little fist. You'll do the fist touch.
Truth be told, I probably could shake a hand and nothing will happen. But the times that I've shaken, yes, a thought will go through my hand that there's something on my hand now, and then I'll go wash my hand and I'll scald my hand, and I'll come out and you'll think it'll be okay. I wash my hand and I can't get that thought out of my mind, and I can't hear what you're saying, and I can't focus on what's happening, and I would rather just go home and scald myself for the next 2 hours or 3 hours.
Do you remember the last person's hand that you shook? Who was it?
No, I don't.
No,
remember. I don't.
Whose hand would you shake?
I made a decision just to kind of not even deal with those thoughts.
Wait, let's make a deal. Deal or no deal? Whose hand would you shake? That's a good one, Jimmy. Like, there's got to be. We all have that person we would love to meet. What if that person is in front of Howie Mandel and they reach out their hand? Who would that person be?
Who whose hand would I shake?
Yeah, like who would you not be?
It just has to do with the mindset that I'm in at the moment. You know what I mean? And you know what? I'll go and shake anybody's hand, and then what'll happen that may or may not trigger, whatever issues I have. But people have been offering me money to shake hands.
Really?
Yeah, I've gotten
like a deal or no deal thing.
Some of the what are they called? Antibacterial companies. They're trying to offer me money to use their antibacterial and shake hands. I haven't done it yet. But, if the offer was good enough, I'd go shake hands and then spend 2 days in the shower.
We use that stuff all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm actually, at this point, I can't use it because I don't know if we talked about that last time. When I was doing I did a daytime talk show about 10 years ago, and they didn't want me to talk about my OCD, and they didn't want me to even raise this in front of the daytime public, because they said that it would just freak people out. So my friend's a surgeon, and I got that, that stuff, that surgical scrub that they have. I had that little brush, and that before they go into surgery, and before shows, I would wash my hands. In the commercials, I would antibacterialize my hands, and I would scrub up like 3-4 times a day. And then I started getting warts on my hands because that's a virus. Wart is a virus, and I killed all the antibodies in my hands. I had no antibodies.
Oh, so the good stuff, you died with the bad stuff and weren't able to fight off.
Yeah, I'm always thinking of germs. But I just got a great thing. I just bought this toilet. Which has just been the savior of my life. I don't represent him, but I got this toilet from Toto, this NeoRest. Have you seen the NeoRest 600? Do you know what it is?
No.
What is this?
It sounds fantastic.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I actually saw it in New York. I was staying at the presidential suite at the W Hotel in Times Square. And I had been traveling all day, and I said, I'll meet my wife in the lobby. I just got to run upstairs and go use the bathroom just for a second. So I run upstairs, and, I had just checked in. I didn't know what the room was, and it was dark in the room, and I ran into what I thought was the bathroom, and it was the bathroom. And then miraculously, the seat goes up. I didn't touch it. I just ran back past the toilet. The seat goes up miraculously, and there's a light in the toilet. So you don't have to turn on a light. You don't touch a seat. And it's so inviting. So you sit down, and as you use the bathroom, it automatically flushes and deodorizes the bowl, and then it cleans you. There's no use of toilet paper. It cleans you and dry. You don't touch anything.
You just sit there and everything gets taken care of.
I'm looking at
taken care of.
I'm looking at a
600.
I'm looking at a picture.
Sponsorship. I have nothing from these people.
How much was the toilet? How much was the toilet? How much is the toilet?
I think it's about $3,000 to $5,000.
And there's a bidet in it too. But after you shit, doesn't it wash it?
I'll tell you what I did that was really bad. There is a thing you can touch on the side where the bidet is, so you check, you want it pulsating water. Do you want the water to be warm? You choose the water, right? You choose
I want car wash mode.
Shut up your ass. But then I didn't understand the concept. I've never had anything like this. So it says backwash, right? And then there's a button that says front wash. I figure, you want it all clean, right?
Uh-oh.
I didn't know that. That's for the ladies. And I don't. So I hit front wash accidentally. I didn't know, and we don't have a front to watch. And I'm not a boxer, but I would imagine, the speed bag. You ever?
No, damn.
I mean, and it was pulsating warm. It's like, and I started screaming like a woman.
Yeah, that'll hurt.
Shit, and then I didn't want to get up because I thought it would shoot all over the room, but it did. And I was hitting all the buttons. But I felt like Captain Kirk, I'm sitting there and I got the controls and it was my Starship ass prize. It was just an amazing. That's kind of saved my life. So
we're looking at pictures of it.
It looks like a space helmet with the lid's down.
Yeah, it's the NeoRest 600, the Toto NeoRest 600. It's just an amazing.
I think Anthony's going to pick this up.
Wow, that is a nice shitter.
Well, can you go to the store and see them?
I was going to buy another one for the guest room, the guest bathroom in the house, because I thought it was so cool and it's a great thing. But she said she doesn't want our guests lingering.
Yeah, don't want them just coming there for the bathroom.
Well, you'd linger. You're going to sit there. I mean, the seat is warm. It deodorizes. It flushes. It's tough to get off the shitter when you got something like that.
Yeah, that is nice.
Now I got to try that out.
You see it? You have it online there?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's the Cadillac of toilets.
It's very space age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely something that ought to be in, like, Star Wars.
Yeah, but I mean, you can go check it out. Go to the W Hotel, to the presidential suite. It's just amazing. I would go there and check in and just take a crap.
Just take a dump and leave.
Howard, you don't want OCD advice from Dr. John, do you?
Go ahead.
I'm a licensed psychologist specializing in OCD, and please tell Howie that shaking hands on his show would be good exposure therapy because he would be forced to refocus on the show, even though it's hard, and the feeling will pass.
Shut up. Let Howie do what he wants.
Yeah,
He's not a licensed psychologist.
Howie, we're big fans. You know that. We love Deal or No Deal. I watch it as much as I can, just because of you. I got to tell you.
Well, watch tonight. Watch 26 young ladies in jerseys and no pants.
Very cool. Yeah,
tonight on NBC.
Great idea.
And you're allowing them to talk a little bit more too. I see.
Yeah, I want them to talk a little bit more. And there's some new ones. There's actually one. Number 22, Liana, is from Colombia. Her English isn't great, which makes it even funnier and sexier.
Sexy.
You guys should have the viewers vote for the hottest one or something. Have some kind of
NBC.com. I would imagine they have. You can. I think they have chat lines and they have their own MySpaces. You should go check them out.
Yeah, that would be cool.
How about you just have them all sitting on those shitters?
The Neo-Rest
Toto. The Neo-Rest Toto.
That's great.
Yes, our show should be sponsored by Toto at one point.
Yeah.
I hope the people will hear this and give me some sort of deal.
Oh, they should.
Yeah.
I bet you the woman listening.
Toilets wherever I go.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Take care, Howie.
Thank you, Howie.
Later,
Tonight,
Howie.
it's Deal or No Deal at 8 p.m. on NBC. Howie Mandel, everyone.
I want one of those toilets, man.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
I might get one.
Toilet's fantastic.
I think that Americans have a higher rate of colon cancer and shit because we don't use bidets. Europeans apparently have healthier assholes.
Get out of here.
I've heard that. Yeah, it's just a healthier.
The Greek have healthier assholes?
Well, yeah, there's all cock all cleaning the fucking way out of there. There's no time for build-up. No, I heard a bidet is very healthy. Maybe somebody could call in and tell me about that.
Yeah.
But I mean, asshole health is important. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
All right, we're going to take another break.
I'm reading this. I'm reading stuff about the Jenna 6 case.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I agree or disagree. It was a whole thing.
Oh, I know. Stuff happened beforehand. But there were racial problems at the school.
Yeah, between white and black students. I just don't know. I think black leaders are saying that they just don't think they should be charged with attempted murder when this was I don't know. I don't know how bad the kid was beaten up.
All I do is I spin it around and think of how it would be treated if it was the other way. And that's the way I want this treated.
I will say that 3 nooses were found hanging from the white tree. I guess they're really segregated down there, and they hung nooses.
Yeah, because the black kids were sitting under the tree that the white kids usually sit under.
Hold on, it was after a black student asked to sit under the tree.
Yeah,
one black student, he asked if he could sit under the tree.
Yeah.
And they hung nooses. The principal recommended expelling the 3 white students. Was overruled by the superintendent. It's just a lot of back and forth.
A lot of racial tension that they didn't seem to really take care of. And then it culminated in this beating of a white student by these black students. And, whatever they're charged with, let them go to trial. It's stupid to charge someone with attempted murder if obviously they weren't trying to murder someone, because then they're going to get off. They're going to get off the hook.
White guy beat up a black student who showed up at an all-white party. White guy pulled a shotgun on 3 black students. It was getting really ugly, and this kid got beaten. He fought 6. That's the problem. It's a 6-on-1. I don't know how many punches each one threw, but he was knocked unconscious and he suffered cuts and bruises, which is not that. It's not like his fucking jaw was broken or his skull. He was caved in. He was in a coma. I saw pictures of him. His face was red. He got beat up. But, I mean, I've seen a lot worse beatings. It didn't look like he was almost murdered by 6 people. I'll say that. If you look at the pictures of him, they pleaded down to assault with a deadly weapon, and they said their shoes they kicked the kid with a deadly weapon. I don't know. I can't say. 6-on-1 is a bad move, but...
I just don't like the double standard there.
I agree.
It's there, believe me. If it was the other way around... They'd be marching also. They're going to have a big march down there tomorrow, I guess.
That's not black people's fault. That's fucking white people. White people would never march in favor of other white people. Like, white people would never march in favor of Fat Nick.
No.
Because the white people are pussies. That has nothing to do with black people not marching. That's white people just being fucking faggots and being afraid to be politically incorrect.
The perfect justice system's not supposed to take into consideration marches and things like that. They're just supposed to blind justice.
Let's go to Kyer.
Well, Louisiana hasn't probably displayed a lot of blind justice historically. It's not a good example.
Louisiana.
Wait, this guy wants in. What's your name, sir?
Kier from Louisiana.
All right,
yeah,
what's
so
up?
The background on that was that it was black kids that wanted to go stand under a shade tree in the schoolyard that only white kids had been allowed to stand under. And they asked the principal if they could go stand under that tree, and the principal said, yeah, it's a free country. And when they went out to do it that morning, there were 6 nooses hanging from the tree. And that's what kind of precipitated the incident where they ended up fighting with the white kids.
Right, I was just reading all the details back and forth, but the 6 guys that beat up the one guy, apparently it says here that he had, wait, hold on, it says that there was somebody he called, I'm trying to find it, dude, I'm sorry, hold on a second. He was calling the guys, like, called them niggers or something. Yeah, he called them, it just got really ugly, he got beat up by black, He seems like the kind of guy that deserved to get the shit beat out of him, but maybe not by... But I don't know what how bad did they... I'm babbling, I'm sorry. How bad did they beat him?
Real bad.
Pretty good, but, didn't kill him.
Did you say real bad, sir, or not?
Yeah, he said real bad.
No, real bad. Yeah, and it was just a long, simmering racial tension thing there. I mean,
it's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
But how bad... Dude, it didn't look like it was that bad. He got knocked out, but... It didn't look that bad. He was just red. His face was red from being punched and probably kicked. But it was like, I don't know.
It's on the outside. On the inside of that is your brain.
Well, no broken cheekbones, broken jaw. As far as I can see, no teeth knocked out. I don't even know if his nose was broken.
Right, which is why the other folks are thinking that they should not have been charged with attempted murder and with such serious charges.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can see his eye is swollen shut. Look at him. I mean, he got swollen up. He got beaten. But that doesn't look like...
That could kill you right there. Because if that was a kick to the face, to the temple like that, the side of the head, you could screw the guy's brain up.
Well, did he call... I don't know, did he say that to 6 black guys? If he did, look, if you say that to 6 black dudes, what do you expect's going to happen? You're going to get a fucking beatdown. It's
I don't know if he said it. I don't know if he said that.
Hold on. He was a vocal supporter of the students who hung the nooses. He taunted a black student, allegedly called several black students nigger, and was beaten up by black students. All right, whatever. So he was just a shit-talking fucking hick who got a beating and maybe didn't deserve the beating he got, but fucking attempted murder.
A lot of racial tension there. Should have been dealt with earlier.
I agree.
They just kind of let it simmer in a school because of a cowardly principal and lack of parenting. How about you get the parents down there to meet and settle the shit? But they just let it sit there until someone goes in and shoots a school up or something like this happens. Yeah, just blame it on video games.
Bob in Jersey.
Hey, how you doing? I had read that guy who got beat up, that he left the hospital that night, so he couldn't have been hurt that bad.
I don't think he was hurt that bad. And I'm not saying, again, that he didn't get fucked up. But to me, what 6 guys could do to you... To be charged with attempted murder, it didn't seem like happened to this guy.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem like it was that savage a fucking beating.
All right, why don't we take a break then?
They might have all just fucking threw punches at him and kicked him. But I've seen group stuff like that where, like, literally a couple of punches are landing and like, it's not like 6 guys are systematically
stomping
beating
somebody.
you to death. Like fucking like a Reginald Denny type of beat. That was a fucking beatdown. If you left the hospital that night, I mean, that's attempted murder.
See what happens.
20 years in prison is a long time just for a fucking ass beating.
I like turtles.
Me too, Opie.
I like to make werewolf movies.
Yes.
Damn, you've been pwned.
Damn.
Oos.
Oos.
All right, quick break, and we'll continue. It's Opie and Anthony.
The Norton and Faggot Show. That's what we should call it, program.
I know how to handle cock. All my cocks got in.
iPods, corn on the cob, smoothies, egg white omelets, bagels and seltzer. Never. Starbucks apple cake. Absolutely. And rollerblading.
White cocks, black cocks.
Two fruits.
I know how to handle cock.
Not only do I know how to handle cocks, I love doing it.
Welcome back to the Opie and Anthony Show.
I'm Jim Norton.
Satellite radio.
And that's
Jimmy.
Anthony. And Opie's coming around.
Yeah.
And Steve's here, and so's Stan and E-Rock.
I'm scrolling and clicking.
He's going to call Bob Stell and see if he can take care of that thing.
What thing? Oh, okay, good.
The thing.
Yeah.
It's all well, let's get Doug. He's a black guy from Baton Rouge. Doug, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
How are you, man?
I'm pretty good, man. I was calling to talk about the little case and whatnot. Dude, if you understand the background of the whole situation, you really kind of get a better view of it. Jenna is like a racist epitome of racist town, you know what I'm saying? Like, Louisiana as a general is still stuck in the freaking civil rights era. And this whole thing was not really aimed towards those guys getting any kind of slack on this, as opposed to the white students.
What do the houses cost down there?
Say what?
Just curious.
Probably not very expensive.
Yeah?
Say it again?
No, Anthony was asking, like, our house.
High property taxes?
He's implying that he wants to move there because
it's a little joke.
Oh, let me ask. Correct that. It's the most racist place in the city next to the Cumia household, but I mean.
God bless Doug from Baton Rouge.
Doug, the fucking.
That's funny, man.
The back and forth racial shit that was happening with these guys. I mean, the black students. I think the white students started this. What? How bad was the beating they gave this guy?
It was not bad. Like, they had news coverage over it, like, all over the state. The guy got beat pretty bad. Okay, I'm not going to say it was a pat on the back, but at the same time, it wasn't attempted fucking murder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The guy got beat up by 6 guys. It could have been a lot worse. You know, and this guy, they did like a little background on this guy. He is like the campus dick, you know, whose parents are probably cousins and all that kind of shit. And he had it coming to him, but he was the only one that kind of prodded the situation to the point where it got really, really bad. You know, when the guys went and hung the nooses in the tree and were harassing the black students at the parties and everything like that, the white faculty in this racist ass town, of course, was going to sweep it under the rug. You know, and that's how it is down here in Louisiana. If you have to be at a point where you can turn your back on a lot of things as far as the blatant racism that you're met with as a black person in Louisiana. I go to LSU and it's there every freaking day. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that it's still like, say what?
Did they break it? It didn't, like, it looked to me like they fucked him up, like he got kicked and he got the shit beat out of him. But they didn't break his did they break his jaw or his eye socket or anything like that?
No. And the thing is, you can kind of see, you know, if someone is trying to really beat the piss out of you, they're gonna do that. Let alone 6 guys at once. I mean, the most they did, they blacked his eye, they punched him up, they hit him. Not like they kicked him or anything. One of the guys took his shoe off and hit him on the body with his shoe, as opposed to stomping the kid out. You know what I'm saying? You can tell they were really trying to get their point across, and they were pissed off up to the point where everything kind of went down. But they weren't trying to kill the kid. You know, the fact that he got an ass whooping by 6 guys, but still left the hospital that night. I mean, that's saying a lot. I had a friend that had the same kind of thing happen to him like weeks ago. He got beat up by 2 or 3 white guys on the campus during a tailgate, but he left the hospital that night. I mean, he got his ass whooped, but it still wasn't a life-threatening injury. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the way they're blowing this out of proportion is only because of the racial environment of the city. And it's like that with a lot of cities in the South, like Jenna in Louisiana, Vidor in Texas. You know, it's a whole bunch of different environments where that kind of stuff still exists. You know,
from what I'm hearing from you and from what I've seen of the photos of the guy, he sounds like a real cocksucker who just got the ass beating he deserved. Fuck him.
Exactly. He got what he had coming to him, but the of course that good old white pride you guys have, it's you know, can't let something like that go without trying to make a statement. And it's so, like, I'm telling you, the racial temperature down here is so freaking ridiculous, man. Like, it's
you have to realize living in New York, you deal with certain cases, but you mostly deal with a politically correct reaction up here, where anything that's white on black is blown out of proportion just because of the politically incorrect view of it, or you know, whatever, with how it looks publicly.
Yeah, they don't sweep it under the carpet up here. They like hang it up so everyone could see it and amplify it.
But that sounds really legitimate.
New York and in the South, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, all that kind of stuff. Up north, yeah, it's used as political means to, I guess, to get get agendas done or whatever it is. But down here is really like the mentality is still that of, you know, there's that separate, that kind of separation, that heavy separation, that obvious separation. You know, if you're on the wrong side of town, there's still cops that will, like, come at you, like, in the middle of a crowd full of white people and pick you out of the crowd. That's how it is down here. The South is still at that dickhead kind of phase where we're waiting to get, you know, we're waiting to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, Doug, excuse me. We got Rick on the line from Louisiana. Rick, you're on with Doug.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, I live 30 miles from Gina, Louisiana, and Gina is no more racist than New Orleans is. Gina is 70% black, and last year there was a shooting in a black church in Gina by another black person. They killed a black person, and nothing was said about this.
Well, actually, it's a crime that fits the punishment. I mean, the guy murdered, or probably was the guy killed that he shot?
It was a black dude that killed another black, and nothing was ever said about it.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much due process. You go in there in a church and shoot a guy, and you get charged for murder. You know what I'm saying?
You're saying the people in Gina are right?
A bunch of high school kids that beat up a guy. High school kids get beat up in high school all the time. You know what I'm saying? Kids get beat up in high school all the time, but never has it been to the point where I promise you, anywhere outside of this whole Confederate South would there be such a charge as attempted murder for a guy getting beat up. He got beat up, you know, he antagonized a situation that really should have been handled by the adults and the political officials and school board officials before it got to that point. It didn't. He got his ass whooped. He got what he had coming to him. Simple as that. But attempted murder for a 16 or 17-year-old dude, you have to say, you cannot honestly say that is a just punishment, a just charge.
If 6 people jump on me and beat me down to where I have to go to the emergency room, that's attempted murder, I think.
No, it's not attempted murder.
If 6 people jump on you and beat you down to where you have to go to the emergency room,
you don't know much about this.
Wouldn't you think that somebody was killing you?
Wait, say it again?
If 6 people jumped on you and beat you down to where you had to go to emergency room, would you not think people were trying to kill you?
No, I would not think people were trying to kill me, because first off, if 6 people jumped on me and tried to kill me, they probably would. If they tried to kill me, that's the point I'm trying to put across. If 6 guys to 1 wanted to kill this guy, do you not think they would have done that? Do you not think they would have been able to do that? If they did not show any kind of signs of restraint, do you think this guy would be living now?
That's not the point. The point is they beat the point down. It was 6 dudes on one person. Have you ever seen 6 dudes jump on one person? Have you ever seen 6 dudes jump on one person?
With the mission to end his life. They wanted him to stop. He got fed up. It's 6 guys. They got fed up of the treatment they were getting for a simple act of sitting under a freaking tree. Okay? They went at him to get that point across because this dick wants to keep on pushing the situation. He got his ass whooped. He did not have any life-threatening injuries. He did not break any bones. He did not lose any amount of blood. His eye was swollen, and he got bruises.
So if they'd have killed him, he'd have deserved it, huh? If they'd have killed him, he'd have deserved it.
What? No. If they had killed him a while ago, he deserved to die. No one deserves to die over a stupid
the one making sense.
You said a while ago he deserved to beat him. He deserved to beat him. So if he died, he would have deserved it.
Well, can I ask the white guy a question? Everyone's yelling over to the white guy. Sir, thank you. Sir, I'll at least ask you. I got to disagree with you on this, man, because the guy's telling you, like, an attempted murder means you're trying to kill someone. And the guy, he's saying that they deserve to get his ass beat, but he's not saying that the guy deserves to die. It's like you're kind of putting words in his mouth by saying that.
Well, I'm also saying that if he had died, yes, a murder charge would be justified. If he had died, if he came near death, yes, attempted murder charge would be justified. The guy got beat up. 6 guys beat him to the point where he was not paralyzed. He did not lose any blood. He did not break any bones. He did not suffer any life-threatening injuries. It's not just an attempted murder charge for those guys. For any one of them, it's not justified.
Now, what about a federal hate crime? What about that?
Where does the beating end and attempt to murder begin, though?
One of the kids was 14. So you have 5 guys and a 14-year-old, 6 people. And I think a high school beatdown is a little different than if 6 men in a bar are beating you down and hurting you. I think 6 grown men in a social situation where you're not in a school are beating you down. I think then you might be looking at an attempted murder because your beating is going to be a lot more savage.
I'm saying. You got 6 kids, dude. 6 high school fucking kids. Not 6 guys at a bar, not 6 guys at a Klan rally or Panther rally, whatever the hell is going to go down in the city. 6 high school kids that got in a fight. Dude, if you start charging attempted murder for every high school fight, where the hell is the country headed?
It's the jumping aspect of it. I think that it instills that weird thing in people because, like, 6 guys beating you up. But again, just seeing this guy's injuries, when I first heard it, I'm like, fuck these guys, fuck them. But then I saw his injuries, and like knowing he didn't have his ribs broken or his lung wasn't punctured, they could have given him a tremendous beatdown if they really wanted to.
Let's go to Clint in Alabama. Clint, you're on with Doug from Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I really got to apologize for the white guy on there right now. From the heart of Alabama, the white guy's wrong. I mean, the guy deserved to get his butt kicked. He shouldn't have pushed the envelope. And if they wanted to kill him, they would have killed him. I mean, that's just how it is. And Jimmy, wow.
Thank you.
All right, very good.
Man. Well, my advice to you would be to get out of there. Move up north, dude.
Oh, don't worry. I'm in law school. As soon as it's done, I'm off to right the fucking injustices of the world and shit. So.
You gotta get the fuck out of there.
You know, Doug, you're perfect for Atlanta. Call the U-Haul companies and get your ass to Atlanta ASAP.
What type of law, civil or criminal?
Actually doing, I'm trying to go into civil. I kind of got a taste of criminal law and didn't really like it, but civil law is probably going to be my forte. So
noise statutes and such.
Well, the money is fucking civil.
All that shit.
Get in a corporate.
I love the show, dude. Jimmy, you rock.
Thanks.
All right. You know, I haven't said much on this issue. I just want to say one thing. I think we should all agree to disagree.
Well, that'll settle it.
Yeah. The ultimate will agree to disagree.
Well, just agree to disagree.
Oh, my God.
But you can see the white guy just reaching for if he deserved it. No.
Yeah.
It was just
I'd say we lost that one.
Well, we
lost that one.
It was a fucking...
That little debate.
Let's say hi to...
We didn't. I was... Well, hold on. Excuse me. Before. We didn't. I was on Doug's side.
Oh, no. I'm not saying you. I'm saying between the two callers that were on, the white guy and the black guy.
Yeah, white guy.
We as Whitey, we lost that one.
No, but
That's okay. I like Doug.
I agreed with Doug. I don't identify with that white guy other than my
I wasn't
purity.
Saying you can jump on. You can jump on his side and agree with him and everything, but the truth of the matter is you still lost that.
No.
Because you're a white guy.
But I didn't lose it.
And the white guy sounded like a complete idiot, and the black guy had all his facts straight, and he was
so I
very
relate to the black guy.
Intelligent and articulate. And but we're white, so we lost that.
No. I relate to the black guy going to law school because I'm a bright fella who wanted to be a lawyer at one point.
We had a bad guy in the ring there with that guy. He got his ass beat right there,
wasn't
and
representing me.
We lost.
No,
he had to. He's representing you.
No,
Whitey.
He's not.
Whitey.
He's not.
You're just a cracker.
Not.
Cracker got his ass kicked there.
I'm an educated white gentleman.
I like Doug.
Well, of course we like Doug. He was right.
Stryker, Whackbag, what's up?
Yeah, hey, buddies. Hey, I just got forced to listen to 30 minutes of Stern this morning, and the clicking of his teeth was so bad, I thought I was listening to Attack of the Zulus.
Yeah, we got to get to the bottom of that. Make sure he's okay.
Yeah, what's going on?
I mean, yeah.
It was bad.
A lot of people counting on him when this merger goes through. We need his teeth to work.
Yeah, his chopper's got to work.
All right, thank you, Stryker. Are we done? We're ready for line of the day here.
I think so.
Yeah.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah. Really fast. It's Hunter in Canada. Hunter.
Hey, I love you guys.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hunter in Canada.
Hi, Jim.
Hi.
Speak.
I think we're all dying to hear your fucking Van Halen song. It's amazing.
Well, it's not the finished product.
No, it's not ready yet.
You're talking about Pete from Morningside. He took some of the clips that Jimmy's been working on for the brand new Van Halen song.
I mean, it's fun, But it's not Jimmy's vision.
Not my vision as an artist and as a creator.
I hear other listeners are working on their version of your song, Jimmy.
Exactly.
But so far we got Pete from Morningside. He came up with this with the few lines you were willing to offer the public as far as the new Van Halen song goes. So these are work parts that Pete took and put some guitar to.
But he starts off with the chorus almost.
I know.
That's all you really gave was the chorus. I'm defending Pete's version. You really went right for the chorus.
Oh, hey you. Hey, guess. Whoa, hey you. Well, guess who's back?
Oh, I like it.
Hey, that's all right.
Yeah,
that could be good.
Whoa, hey you. Well, guess who's back?
All right.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, they'll be working that into their songs.
Wait, you thought we were gone forever, but now we're back. I think you should say back twice in 2 fucking...
Of course.
Here's what Pete...
Oh, it stinks.
Here's what Pete has come up with so far.
We've been away for a long, 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 long time. We've been through changes. We've played some games. The more things change, the more things stay the same. We're a little bit older, but we ain't much wiser. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. We're back. Together forever. We're back. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. We're back. Together forever. We're back. Right, we get it. We're endless.
I love that it's endless.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
There you go. So far.
Wow.
I have
what Pete has. What?
I will not have the first line rhyme, by the way. I mean, it will rhyme. I won't.
All right.
Whoa, hey you. Well, guess who's back? That'll be the first line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rocking, dude.
One thing before line of the day. Let's not forget, this Friday, 2 days away, it's Miss Pal Talk. The Miss Pal Talk contest.
Yes.
There's a girl in there today. Was that a tape? Was that live?
It's a tape. Duh.
She was fiddling and doing all sorts of things.
That's what I got when I asked.
Oh, really?
I said, because I just punched it up and I went, is that girl Annette a tape? And everybody just lambasted me. Duh, Anthony, duh.
Is she? It's a tape?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Where is she from? She's a real person.
It's a good tape.
It's a good tape.
But the thing is, it's true. It's better if it's live than if it's a tape.
It'd be a great tape if she just started shitting on her own carpet. I don't know why that would make it a good tape.
The winner's going to receive $500. So I guess what's going to happen all day on Friday's show, we're going to be taking a look at Pal Talk. We got some judges, and they're going to pick the hottest girl doing the hottest stuff, I guess.
Oh,
Anything goes, so... Huh?
I couldn't raise the money.
No, of course not.
Why? Is it a contest rules thing?
Yeah, which was so ridiculous when I got the explanation.
Oh, I know.
Just change the stupid rule. Contestants are free to do whatever they want on Cam to Win. So this Friday, it's the Miss Pal Talk contest. One of many coming to the Opie and Anthony show, but the first one's going to be worth $500. Okay?
Look at her
right.
honey, Opie.
All right.
I wouldn't mind smoking that with a log poking out. I wouldn't kiss the log. I just smooch it and peek to the left over the cheek, and you see the log doing the old dipsy doodle.
The old dipsy doodle.
Yeah, it looks like a soldier poking his head out of a tank top, out of the top of a tank. Hello,
the old peekaboo.
Yeah, the old. I like the old dipsy doodle.
The old dipsy doodle.
No, the peekaboo. He's right. Technically, when it just pokes out, that's the peekaboo. But the old dipsy doodle is when she's standing up and the log starts to slide out and she sucks it and it curls a little and then goes back in. That's the old dipsy doodle.
Dipsy doodle.
The old turtle head taking a look around.
Well, the old peekaboo is when she's lying on her stomach and the shit log just comes out a little bit for a look around and make like a periscope. But the old dipsy doodle is when she has to use her muscles to suck it back up so it doesn't end up on the linoleum or in her shoe.
Dipsy doodle.
While you kiss the cheek, you just peek to the left out of your eye to make sure the log doesn't drop on your socks.
Watch the dipsy doodle change direction. It's going out and it goes back in.
Yeah.
All right, we got lines of the day or a couple runner-ups and whatever. It's sponsored. So, line of the day is brought to you by BowDogFantasy.net, the one site on the web that offers scouting. What? Wrong one?
Yeah.
Oops. What happened?
Why is Opie being handed the wrong paper?
The line of the day is brought to you by BowDogFantasy.net. Play against our own Travis in a weekly pick'em league and win $4,000. It's free. All you have to do is open an account on BowDogFantasy.net and pick the weekly winners. With that, here's your first runner-up line of the day. Stephen S. from Bayshore, he writes, he got caught when he yelled out, "Quiet in the stall!" before filming.
Or after he heard the plop, he said, "Can I have one more for safety?"
Very good. Oof. I think Steve gets a little assist there.
Yes, he does.
Little bounce pass. Another runner-up line of the day.
He really is awful. He looks like he's wearing a burn victim mask. What a fat douche in a sweater vest.
What was that? 2 runners up? Now we're on line of the day?
Well, Iraq writes, want to end the show with Drew's techno remix. I have it in Delete to play. We played it twice already.
Yeah.
What are you
What are we
thinking,
doing?
Iraq? The 3 times the charm?
What are we doing?
How'd you like your neck fucked?
Wow.
How'd you like that fucking inner tube neck rolled down and I'll fuck it? What do you think of them apples? I'll fucking spit in it and I'll fuck it. Get more use out of that neck than Anthony got out of that shit gift that Danny gave him. Unopened remote. I don't suppose the answer's on that second-rate remote, Clarice. He said, "I can smell your